I need a scarecrow after what you did, 'cause all of the birds know that I'm almost dead. I'm barely breathing, I'm barely awake. You left me in pieces, there's no more to break. Don't wake me up, not in this century. Don't wake me up, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. I need an angel after what you did, 'cause you were the devil, you messed with my head. You lied to my mother, you lied to my friends. You said that you'd be there, but this never ends. Don't wake me up, not in this century. Don't wake me up, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost. You're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. 'Cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips. You're just a ghost inside my head. Oh, you're just a ghost inside my head.
Fresh glaze on the D-roll, pulling up, smoking haze through the back door.
There's a universe inside you, so won't you wake up now and see? Don't hide away the things you're feeling, unlock your mind and lose the key. There's a universe inside you, you should never have to hide. I can see the stars inside you, please just open up your eyes. There's a universe inside you.
inside you. So much more than people know. I've seen you fighting your emotion. I hope you stay and won't let go. There's a universe inside you. So much love to leave behind. Stop the path of devastation. You should live for all the hype. Inside you, why are you pushing it away? Leave behind your own deception and learn to live another day. There's a universe inside you, your galaxy of happiness. I just wanna help you find it. We'll explore in baby steps. There's a universe inside you. You've gotta give it room to breathe.
So let the universe excite you, 'cause that's the way it's meant to be.
Company. I am your GM, Heath. Welcome. We are waiting for some players to show up, but as always, we will be running Foundations of Adelar. I will go ahead and give the disclaimer now. We try to be for everyone. Sometimes our language and the material becomes a little bit adult in nature, so viewer discretion is advised. Now, with that out of the way, we are again waiting for a couple of players to show up. If I'm not mistaken, let me double check and see, because I want to say that everybody should be here tonight. I know that Jack is running a little bit late, but again, I am your host and the GM, Heath, aka Captain Sack, aka the Dire Bear GM. With me, as always, I have Maddie, who is playing Annalise. We have Chief, who is playing Arneth, and Ryan, who is playing Lucky. Did you get a haircut? Look at him. He looks all fresh and clean.
So short. I don't know what to do. I wake up and oh, I got to shower. Oh, wait.
Put on a ball cap like I do.
I mean, you should always shower, but that's another thing altogether.
Yeah. Pants and showering. Those are things that you should do all the time. Last week, with their names cleared, they took care of an odd job. Clearing out some ruffians that had been roughing up a local tavern owner. They found the tavern owner, who was a bit forlorn, lost in his own thoughts. Discovering that the ruffians were only a bit down from where he was at a different bar. They made their way there to that tavern, where they encountered a bit more opposition than they originally had thought. Earlier that day, they went for some shopping and picked up a handy sword. Spending some time with it, Lucky realized that he lived up to his name. In the tavern, a fight broke out. What was originally seen to be just kind of an overweight half-orc turned out to be an accomplished gladiator. And after several swings and successful hits, Gillett went down. In his rage to continue and make sure that he was not thwarted again, he ended Gillett's life, thrusting the sword blade down through his body. He then turned and swung and dropped Annalise, but luckily Yenfear and the rest of the party were able to keep Annalise on her feet. The fight turned their direction. They dispatched the ruffians. But Arneth was gone.
Gillett?
That's what I meant. Gillett. Sorry. Not all half-orcs look alike.
I only have one wish. I can't do Arneth.
Are you sure about that?
Gillett was not moving. Lucky had the blade in his hand. A particularly powerful device called a luck blade. He happened to realize that it had one wish left. He reached out, using the power of the blade, and requested to bring him back. If I'm not mistaken, those were your words.
I believe so as well.
I wish I had a way to bring him back. The power of the sword answered, and Gillett was returned. But at what cost? As the stone that Lucky hid from everyone else, the stone that had embedded in him long ago, the voice that spoke to him and devoured those things and granted him abilities. That stone fell to the ground with a clatter, empty and cold. The voice no longer spoke to him, and a scar left in his chest where the stone was once embedded. Not sure what he loosed on the world when he said, "I wish I had a way to bring him back." The last of the wish spells spent. The blade still very powerful. The party now looks at an exhausted Gillett, whose body was ripped from the jaws of death, literally. You're in the bar. It's a bloody scene. What are you guys doing?
Did I fall unconscious, or was I still...
You are still conscious.
Okay.
Everybody is conscious, although it looks like he is completely done in. He looks completely knackered.
You could use a nap or two.
Or 4 or 5, yeah.
I nailed it.
Well, I'm still just hugging Gillett, real happy that he's alive. Okay.
You're welcome.
And then I'm gonna let go of Gillett and reach over Gillett and hug Lucky.
Aw. I finally get a hug. This is so great. So worth it.
Yeah. Mostly worth it.
And at least you're awfully quiet.
That wasn't what I expected you to do.
Yeah, me neither.
But thank you.
Do they have any food here?
I'm-
I'll just check. Don't worry. I can
I'm
just stand
sure.
up and go behind the bar.
No, it's okay. You know, you.
No, I got it.
say
I got it. You got a lot on your hands. I'll handle it.
Do you want to explain that stone that fell out of your shirt?
I probably stole it from someone. I mean, it probably fell into my possession spontaneously. I don't steal things.
Okay, well, we know that's a lie. But
Yeah, but you told me to be good, so.
I know, and I'm so proud of
It
you
wasn't
for
recently.
being good. Well, if it wasn't
The
recently,
goodest.
I suppose.
I'm just gonna go check behind the bar.
Checking behind the bar. What are you looking for? Anything in particular?
Literally anything.
That's not a dead body.
I'm not ruling that one out.
Well, the body of the gladiator is back there.
True.
With his greatsword there. The bar contains exactly what you think you would find. Bottles of liquor, tankards, mugs, things like that.
Did
When
anyone pick up the crystal that you dropped?
No, I left it there.
He just left it sitting there.
When I duck behind the bar, I'm gonna look in my shirt and feel where the thing was.
You would expect to see a hole, but there's this horrible scar where the flesh is still like a fresh scar, so it's still kind of pinkish, a little tender, but it's scarred.
I'm gonna focus for a minute and try to summon a weapon.
It doesn't come as easily, but you still summon the weapon. So it looks like that your pact that you have is still in place.
Interesting.
I guess I'll pick up the little crystal.
It's actually pretty meaty. It's not as big as a fist, but it's a pretty big
It's
chunk
a
of
sizable
crystal.
thing.
Yeah, it's a shard
Okay.
of crystal. It's beautifully cut, but yeah.
I mean, it could
So
be
you
like
pick it up.
a lump of coal, and
It-
Arnett
no,
would
it's-
still be like, "Hey, this is awesome."
Whee! It's faceted as you look at it. It's kind of a dark blue in color. It more resembles like a glass than anything else. Catching the light just right, you can see the color in it. Like I said, it's that dark blue, almost black color in it. It's probably about that long, and it's wider at one tip and then down like a spike, almost. If I'm describing it right, I believe that's what you had described it as.
I'll actually start looking for stuff while I'm down, hiding.
Okay. Just go ahead and give me a perception check. Annalise, what are you doing at the moment?
Probably taking stock of what's ripped and torn on my gear.
The door cracks open a little bit. You find, like I said, Lucky, you find bottles of liquor, some full, some empty, some with flotsam, some with jetsam in them. You find tankards. Some are clean, some are not, and you find a metal box.
Ooh.
And as you open it up, it has a latch on it. You flip it open,
I have
and
such
it
good
has
luck with boxes.
it has in it coin. It's definitely the money box. It's total of 2 gold in silver and copper total. Not very much at all.
I'm just gonna add that to my sheet.
There's a folded slip of paper within there as well.
It is now an unfolded slip of paper.
It has some odd symbols on it.
Are they in any language?
Give me an intelligence check. Not a language you know. Not a language that you know. It seems like some sort of code, and out beside it are written, like, you'll see a symbol followed by like 2 or 3 letters, and then out beside them would be like a dash and then a number. The number and the letters are written in common, but you don't understand what their meaning is.
Fold that back up and slip it into the pocket. I'll start searching the gladiator's dead corpse.
All right. He has on him just the greatsword. He was wearing just his, his clothing, but that's all he had on him.
I'll climb up, sit on top of the bar, kind of cross-legged.
The door to the bar opens a smidge. An unkempt, messy brown hair of a small head kind of peeks around the edge of the door, looking into the room at you all. He goes, well, that's a thing. Okay. Murdered wasn't really part of the deal. I just wanted them to leave me alone, but
They'll
okay.
leave you alone now.
I'm not going to argue with you on that. They will definitely...
Unless they're zombies.
No.
Lucky, you're not helping.
I
They're
don't know
not zombies, are
monsters.
they?
And
No.
They're not zombies, are they?
No,
No?
no. They're fine. They're dead.
Okay.
And we were
And he
here
can't
just to
open-
rough them up for you, but then they decided to get a little handsy with our friend over there, and she'll point to Yinfir. And, well, after being told to stop, they decided to make a big deal about it, and, well, we just had to defend ourselves.
He kind of goes around. You mind if I take a look for things around the bar? And he kind of moves around the bar where you were, and he looks like he's looking for something deliberately.
I give Annalise this kind of look. Looking for something?
There's a box. Generally, we keep money in a box, and I'm looking for that. And might be a little piece of paper in there. It's,
What
nothing.
do you expect to be on it?
Yeah, a bit of trouble, really. Nothing much. Not any concern of yours, of course. Just a bit of notation.
So he's ducked down behind the bar right now?
I mean, he's a halfling. Ain't much
Okay.
ducking. Yeah, he's behind the bar though.
With my back to him, I'm gonna look to Annalise and like pull out the paper and put it back in my pocket.
And that is the face that Annalise makes. It's just the.
Annalise is gonna get up.
I'm
She'll
gonna
walk
look at
over
her.
to Lucky. And then she's just gonna say, remember what we said about being nice?
I'm gonna lean in and go, you don't think this is a little fishy?
I think perhaps that the things that he owns were taken from him, and he should probably give it back.
How do we know, though?
I mean, if you're really that worried about it, he's literally half your size.
I don't know, he's scary, though.
Not as scary as that
I have
dead
really
fucker.
sensitive shins.
Sensitive shins. That's why I wear greaves everywhere I go. Just greaves.
Hi.
Get out.
I will. Bye.
Gillet,
Jack,
Gillet
don't you
is-
fucking dare.
Gillet is just leaning against the bar, just kind of softly, kind of.
Also, I think
Guys?
Steve said he wasn't joining us this week.
Okay. Guys, I don't feel so good. I think I died.
Ah,
What happened?
No, you were just sleeping
No.
really hard.
What happened? I don't. How am I here? I need to sleep. And looking at him, he does. He looks like he hasn't slept in days. His body looks just drawn thin. Very wan.
well, you look worse than you sound.
The halfling is like, are you sure you didn't find a little slip of paper?
If I did, and I'm
Mhm.
not saying I did,
Right.
what would it have been?
Honestly, you'd not be able to decipher it. It's just a little bit of, like I said, it's just a drabble. It's all it looks like. Some numbers, some weird symbols, a couple letters. Nothing of importance, I promise you. Nothing ill.
I'm gonna insight the shit out of that.
I'm there, right?
Yes. He's not lying. It's more like obfuscation. He's not being completely honest, but he's definitely looking for a piece of paper. He is kind of obfuscating the truth of the importance behind it.
You know, we found a lot of stuff, and we like, you know, put it all together. We'll look through later, and if we find it, we'll let you know.
All right. Well, I would greatly appreciate if you did. It's kind of important to me. I tell you what, if you happen to find it, I'll throw in free drinks for a day. All you can drink for a day at my tavern.
Yeah, we're probably leaving by today anyway, so it's not really worth
all
it
right.
for us.
How about free? My endearment, and I owe you one.
Sorry.
He's like,
Endearment doesn't feed us, or
oh, food.
Repair.
You're saying we
Stuff.
haven't earned that already?
I can give you. I'll tell you what. Free meal, a good meal, not the stuff I feed most everybody. A free meal at my tavern, if you happen to find it. Do we have a deal? Are we of an accord?
we all
I
just
mean-
look at him.
Lucky, you just did say you were hungry.
I'm always hungry.
I know, but
That's
it's
my
free
secret. That's my
meals.
secret, Emily.
I mean, it sounds like a good deal to me, but
What do you think, Gillet?
I want to go sleep.
That was a no from Gillet, and I think what he wants takes priority right now. Right?
Well, it doesn't have to be right now. I mean, you can come back if you happen to find it. Look, the owner of the bar is currently lying, wasting away maggot food.
Whoa! We are the ones that killed him. This is our bar now, right?
I wasn't saying I was going to take the bar, but there has to be
That's the rule, isn't it? Keep what you kill.
there has to be a change in pace and ownership, right? and who knows who's to take over the debts that come with the bar, because it's not free and clear. Do you want that hanging over your head?
I'm already in a lot of
Is that what you want? I mean, it would tie you down, and you seem like you're a free traveler who wanders the world, sees adventure. And...
Lucky, I'm pretty sure we're not even allowed to own property as adventurers.
We're not?
Nothing wrong again. Other than trying to convince him of it.
Hmm.
But you wouldn't want those debts over your head, right? That piece of paper just talks about who's owed what, and who needs to pay up, and how much, and things like that. That's all it is.
Is that? Can I insight that too?
You can.
All right. Oh yeah. 20 to 1.
Oh, we're going to be doing great tonight, as I rolled in that one. He's not lying. It is exactly what he says, as it talks about who's owed what, but it's not... It's more about paying him, or paying whoever has that piece of paper. The problem is you don't know how to decipher it.
Now, in the off chance that we do find this piece of paper, what language would it be written in to make sure that we're handing you the correct piece of paper and not wasting your time?
It's
Oh, I'm sorry, can you speak up?
It's just a little bit of a code we use around the docks here. Nothing to really concern yourself about. Trust me, you'd know it. It's in and of its own. It's completely different from anything else that you'd ever seen. As a matter of fact, even the big heads over at the Acadium probably don't even know what language it's written in. Regionally, they wouldn't be able to translate it. They might be like
Pig's
You
Latin.
want to... So, what you're telling me...
Latin.
What you're telling me is... And she's going to pull out a piece of paper and write something in... what's one of the languages I know, because why the hell not? She's going to write something in Draconic.
Okay.
On this piece of paper with some common and Elvish thrown into it. She's going to fold it in half and she's going to hand it to him and say, so you want us just to hand you something just like this? Just a regular old piece of paper that we would be able to identify because it's something that we've never seen before. Do you take us for fools?
No, of course not.
I want to make sure that we're returning your property as we had agreed. We can't know that if we don't know what language it's written in.
I'd rather not divulge that. It is my property originally. It was taken from me. The language isn't a language so much as it's kind of an organizational skill coding.
Huh.
There are only a few of us who know how to read it. And I would really rather have it returned to me.
I, as a player, know what it is. Annalise, as a character, does not.
So, I'd appreciate it if it found its way into my hands. That's all I'm going to say.
You said we'd get free food, correct?
I pay with a free meal.
All of us?
Nice and good drinks. Every single one of you that are here right now.
Okay. Shake on it. His hand. And she's going to point at Lucky because she's not having this guy shake her hand.
My hands are covered in blood, and I tuck them into my sleeves.
Yinfir, then, if you wouldn't mind.
Leave it a cord.
Now that we have that agreement, Lucky, hand him the piece of paper.
I look through my bag for a random piece of paper.
Roll me a percentage, D100.
Can I she did tell him to hand him the piece of paper.
Yeah.
So
you find a random piece of paper. It's lyrics that you were working on, written in Elvish, for a really awful song before you realize that being a bard is not your thing. It's like 9th grade emo love story poetry.
Oh,
It's stuff that is so cringeworthy.
You're
that
saying that like it's bad.
It is.
It was you wrote it whenever you were listening to Fall Out Boy a lot.
Okay, don't.
Don't disrespect my boys. Fall Out Boy.
And the audience just goes. No, you. It's truly horrific, but it is written in Elvish because you are an elf.
Is this it?
He looks at it, wads it up, and throws it down. He goes, "Of course, that's not it."
Okay,
Whatever that
listen.
verse was.
Lucky. Don't. What did we agreed on this? Remember, you're gonna be nice and
I
good,
worked so hard on those lyrics.
and I'm sure they're fantastic. But remember, we said this whole thing about being nice and good. So you either take that piece of paper out of your jacket pocket. There it is. Hand it over. I want to go eat. I'm hungry.
I'm gonna go bend over and pick up those lyrics.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going down, swinging.
You pick up the lyrics, uncrumple the piece of paper and look at it. You give it a good read. You skim it, shudder, fold it in half, and hand it back to him. So it's just like one of those. No, none for me. Thanks. Gives me heartburn.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It was a good first effort, but I'm so sorry. This is awful.
What? Okay, tell me this isn't catchy. You're just a notch in a bedpost. You're just a line in a song. We're going down in an earlier round. Sweet thing, we're going down.
What have I done? Okay, so.
Ryan, I have to ask, did you know that off the top of your head, or did you actually go look up the lyrics?
Okay. We'll talk later. I go to emo night every fucking Friday at Sneaky D's, okay?
Really?
Yes.
Legit?
It wouldn't surprise
legit.
me.
That is
Would not
amazing.
surprise me.
I'm not bagging on it.
I'm just a notch in your bedpost.
But I'm not bagging on it.
in the song.
Okay.
Copyright.
He leads you away.
Sorry,
He
I'm
leads
bad
you
at
out
singing.
as he's looking over it. He's nodding, and the slip of paper is like that wide by about that tall. It's like almost like a memo piece. He leads you back over to his tavern, and you see him kind of fold it up and put it in the apron that he's wearing, and pats the pocket. He leads you in and takes several minutes to make a nice meal for all of you, but sets it down in front of you. You guys kind of help drag Gillet with you as he's dead on his feet. Not dead, but dead on his feet. He kind of half-heartedly pokes at the food. He doesn't seem like he's all that interested in it. But it's a nice, serviceable meal. It's not... You could use a little salt here and there, or some spices, other than what's on there. But it fills your belly. It stays down, and it goes good with the beer that he serves. It's actually not watered down. It's actually the good stuff. As he does, he's whistling and just having a good time. Right. Well, the Anchors Away will be up and running in tip-top shape before long now. I'm so happy to have all of that Mishigosh taken care of. So, where are you off to now? The other daring doos.
Oh, well, we gotta kill a white dragon.
We have to do what now?
I'm sorry, what was that? I swear, that one's a funny one. He said he had to kill a white dragon. Oh,
Sorry, you're right. I misspoke. An ancient white dragon.
Oh, this guy's a kidder.
What?
I like him. He's funny.
What are you? Is he drunk?
He might be.
Doesn't appear. Doesn't
I'm not
appear.
sure.
These words are like knives and often leave scars.
Are you still quoting your awful songs?
Stop it.
That was Panic at the Disco.
Alright, don't you fucking drag Panic at the Disco into this.
Okay, listen.
All right, so he doesn't I don't know. Are you drunk? Have you gotten fully into the cups? Are you speaking in earnest? Do you want to insight check him?
I'm gonna insight check the fuck out of him.
You grabbed my gem, right? Someone?
Yeah,
What's that?
I have it.
Can always count on you, Arneth.
Good old dependable Arnett.
What would we do without them?
Yenfear doesn't seem to be drunk. Doesn't appear to be drunk. You're not really sure if he's just being gallows humor-esque or if he's being truthful. He's
We both said we're just like,
no.
I mean, perhaps at some point, we will take on an ancient white dragon, but not in the near future.
Oh, well, then we're probably all gonna die.
Does the dragon have a name?
Are you using your last truth?
Why can't you just answer the question?
I mean,
Why
I
does
feel
the
like
dragon have
if
to
we're
be true?
supposed to
Are
be
you invoking
Killed.
your last truth?
Sure, I'll use the truth.
Kormar.
You want to write it out for him? Write it out in the chat.
I think that's how I spelled it. It's been a while since I wrote it down.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Okay.
Kormar.
Kormar.
I'm sorry. What?
Would anybody
Sorry.
like to
Sorry.
history
You got
check?
bad hearing?
Why do we have to kill this dragon?
Because otherwise it'll probably kill us.
Why is it gonna kill us? What did you do?
Why does anything happen in this crazy world of ours?
What did you do?
Where is this
Lucky-
coming from? What is going on?
Lucky, unlike you, the rest of us can only cheat death once.
Hmm? Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was distracted by my bracelet.
Annalise doesn't even
Which
wear
no longer
glasses. Then she
fits.
takes off her fucking glasses.
Do you mean the one that the cuff,
Yeah.
metal cuff? It's in two pieces.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It-
I'm just
But,
fiddling with that then.
Would
Whoa.
Arnath recognize his name at all? Kormar.
Give me a history. Give me a history check.
History. Where is it? There it is.
Got it. Oh God,
So it's
no,
gonna
you
be
don't
that
got
kind
it.
of day.
It's gonna be that kind of day.
Yeah.
Right until we get into
475.
combat, and then it's going to be 20 after 20 after 20.
Yeah.
All right. No.
May
Yeah, you may absolutely.
Can I?
Can I do that?
As a bard who collects stories and things like that, yeah, absolutely you would. Probably. Nope.
Not this
of
fucking
course
one.
Not
the
too
Blood
many
Hunter
stories
is
about
the
white
only
dragons.
one. The Blood Hunter is the only one.
Fitting.
It's one of those. It didn't happen here. It happened somewhere far away. But yeah, there was a dragon who terrorized a faraway land for some time, making off with citizens. Huge treasure. And the odd thing is that the story unfolds about a single, in a galaxy far away, a single mage. Mad, they called him, who went to face the dragon alone. The story then slips into vagary that he was eaten, killed, that he defeated the dragon and trapped him in a stone, that he really was the dragon in disguise all along, that he was a gold dragon in disguise or a silver dragon in disguise. And the stories go on and on and on. Nobody really seems to know. All they know is that the mage went there, and neither the mage nor the dragon was ever seen again.
Right.
Muted?
No.
Oh, there you go.
Just
Sorry.
not speaking loud enough for my mic
Oh.
to pick it up for
That's
Discord.
okay. I was just like, ooh.
Right. And how do you know that this ancient white dragon is coming to kill us?
I point to the gem in Arneth's hand.
So, you aren't just some arcane type rogue person, are you? You were something else entirely.
Oh, did I not tell you?
No.
Lucky, you haven't told us shit!
You know, maybe you just gotta listen better.
I think you need to cut the fucking attitude.
Okay, listen, sister.
What?
Fears completely. Anyway,
Alright.
are you going to divulge the story?
All right, if you're gonna make me. I got a curse from a dragon, and now he's free.
I feel like that needs a little more detail. I mean,
I seem like you're
I feel
maybe
like I'm
skipping
missing
a bit.
Hey, you got the gist.
Is that the Cliff Notes version? Can we get the?
I need more than the gist.
Unabridged.
Okay.
So,
Defeat
if you
this stupid dragon.
release this dragon,
I didn't do it on purpose.
if you've released this dragon, where has
Probably
it
more
gone?
like resurrected. Well,
no.
who knows?
You have no idea.
You ever like have a dog when you were young and you like left the door open and then you're just like, where could he be? There's no way to know.
No, I can't say that's ever happened, but
Well, let's go buy a dog, leave a door open, and just watch those fuckers run.
that sounds like an awful waste of money.
That's her only qualm.
In this episode, the party buys a dog and watches it run away.
Oh, look, it's running.
And what do we learn? That you're bad with money.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you have no pets.
Actually, I don't think it would run away. Arneth wouldn't let it.
No.
Arneth would just
couldn't run away
immediately
because
become
it's your
friends with
head.
it.
Like,
So
come
the entire thing just
And
gets
the dog
done.
is just like, shoom, right on.
Arneth has it squeezed and the arms are like out. It's just awkward.
Okay,
It's the awkward
so-
cat arm.
Okay,
His doggy
so,
now.
so Lucky, is this going to affect your abilities in any way? You're not actually a thief, are you? You're just really good and a kleptomaniac.
What?
He's got me on ignore. He's fucking ignoring me.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm just being purposefully vague. Called being coy.
You're not
Lucky-
as coy as you think you are.
Lucky,
Oh,
being
aren't
coy
I?
is cute for 4-year-olds.
Oh, thank you.
You're not 4! It's not cute when you do it!
You don't know how old I am.
I have never seen a 4-year-old as tall as you.
Well, congratulations.
I mean, I was pretty big when I was a child.
Yeah, but
But
He,
6 foot, lanky,
The halfling,
and not.
the halfling slides some bread over. He's been holding it. Just slides the bread on the table and says,
thank you.
"Right, so if you're done, you can go. You can go. I don't need white dragons here."
Well, you don't. I don't think you really have a choice if a white dragon is.
Go. What if you take that one? And he points at Lucky
Okay, we'll
And
tell
you
the white
packed up
dragon
all
to
your
a larger
shite.
tavern.
and got your arses out of town. That would be a good start.
We got you your little piece of paper back. You owe us.
You're eating, aren't you?
Maybe.
There was no white dragons involved in this. Ancient, young, adult, old, doesn't matter.
It's not my fault you didn't read the fine print.
Okay.
I was the one that put out the contract, you daft prick. What contract?
I mean, who knows, right?
Oh, by all that is right and holy, kill me,
See what we
strike
have
me
to deal
down now.
Okay, Yennefer, we need to get Gillet somewhere where he can sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine what coming back from the dead feels like, and I can only imagine it's not pretty.
Gillet says, "Did I run really far? Does that feel like I ran really far?"
You did.
Yes.
You did, Gilly. You read so far.
Like, how far?
The farthest, some say.
An entire lifetime away.
Over the hedge
That
and then
was
back.
not
Why do I
subtle
feel
at
like
all.
that? You guys lying to me? Did I die? Please tell me I didn't die.
You know what?
Listen,
Gilly,
I promise. And I take
think-
his cheeks between my hands. We would tell you if you died, but you
I
worked
go up and I
yourself
smush
really
their
hard.
faces together.
You do what?
I smush their faces together.
Oh, Jesus. He's like, Wooga! Okay, now I'm
If
pretty
you
sure.
ever do that again, I will slit your throat.
Wait, I know. Lucky. Did I die?
You are the same color you were when we.
Did I
last
die?
talked. Yeah, DYE. No.
I'm going to punch you.
Okay, all
Bring
right.
it
You know
on!
what? You know what?
Okay.
This is a
Everybody's
fight I can
tired.
win.
Everybody's
Yes.
tired.
I have
Okay.
no, I have
10
a
gold on
suggestion.
me.
I
I'm
have a
going to
suggestion.
sleep. And then when I wake up, I'm going to punch you.
How about you rest, and then we'll have a talk once you've rested.
Okay, where are you guys taking him to rest? The Silken Sash?
I mean, we've been there so many times.
That's like where you go.
It's home
Is he gonna get you
Friend
rest?
died!
Mom! Hey, Mom! Got any meatloaf, Mom?
Where are my nuggies?
Chicken nuggies, Mom! Chicken nuggies!
Chicken nuggies.
Mom, 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 mom.
What?
Mommy.
Hi.
Runs away.
Mama.
Just, Mama! Mama!
All right.
All right, you take him back to the Silken Sash. They,
Yes.
you tell Rose is looking like, what's happened to him? Is he all right?
Yeah, we need a bed and somewhere where he can sleep peacefully without being interrupted.
Yeah. Takes two of the girls, take him upstairs, and make sure that he is not disturbed. Put him down. He will be out for the equivalent of 2 days, or next week, or whenever Steve returns to us. All right.
Are we gonna rest as well?
I need to rest. I have
Same.
not a lot of health left.
All right, you guys take a long rest here. So go ahead and we'll take a long rest. You guys can restore your HP. Go ahead and pull all your resources back up. Revelry is always welcome. You do have to pay, but it's a discounted price. There's no freebies
I
here.
believe my mom is charging me.
Still a place of business, sweetie. How awkward is that, anyways? All right, so you rest for the night. Where are you setting off to the next day?
Can we go bring this contract in?
Yeah, absolutely. You take the contract back. I had written how many marks that one was. Does anybody remember?
3.
10.
It is not 10
15.
marks.
What if I roll a bluff on the
Marks.
DM?
No,
3 marks.
3.
30?
You are paid
You
for
gotta-
your 3 marks. You are given your 3 marks, and the contract is stamped and sealed. And that one went to
Arna.
Arneth's. That's Arneth's money. You have 30 gold pieces. Or 3
When
marks.
When we bring the contract in, I go, that was a good one. It was to die for. And then I walk out.
You fucking asshole.
Can I just pick up like a small pebble and just wing it at the back of his head?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't even roll to attack. You just
Okay.
It's
Ow! Mark again?
3 marks. 1 mark is worth 10 gold pieces, so that's 30 gold pieces added to your inventory.
Okay.
You have 2 contracts left.
Oh, there's a farmer missing his daughter. That can't be that difficult to handle.
And whose
Wind up.
contract was that?
Jax.
As you pull the contract out, Yenfir, as you pull the contract out and look at it, the ink is gone. The contract is just a blank piece of paper.
What?
If a contract is cashed in on, or expires, or is rescinded, the paper that it's written on, the contract is null and void.
I'm
Apparently,
weeping.
this one has either been rescinded, fulfilled, or expired.
Bum bum bum.
One of those three things. Basically making it.
Well, I have a
No.
nice clean piece of parchment now.
You do. It's a nice piece of parchment.
I can write some more lyrics on that, can I?
Please don't.
Tough crowd, man. Tough crowd.
You don't want me to chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of? Closing a goddamn door.
We just. I'm
I
quitting.
think
Size all
everybody in
around.
this current party is just looking at you with disdain. All right. Where are you going to now?
Well, that's fun.
Well, that would then leave mine.
Okay.
Which is the one with
We're going to
Brother
a mine?
Ferris and investigating the crypt.
That is correct. Making your way back through the gates of the Temple District, they recognize you being the BDH that you are, big damn heroes. They ask you your business in the Fort District because that's where the temple is.
We're looking for Brother Ferris.
Right. Of course, you'll be needing to leave your weapons here, as always.
Is the crypt within these wall limits?
Aye, it's underneath.
So, can I just put this to you in a logical sense? You want us to go? Well, the contract is for us to investigate the crypt.
Oh, wait! You're here on a contract.
Yes,
Oh, might I?
of course. And she'll hand it over.
And he takes a look at it and he says, "Do you have your writs here on you?"
She pulls out her writ, displays it.
Right. The four of you pull out your writs and display them. He takes a quick look at them, makes sure the seals are official. Oh, all right. Well, keep this out in case any of the guards stop you because you have your weapons on you. Go down the path. Go right. You'll see the temple there. Speak to Brother Ferris. He's rather new here, so
Of
but
course.
seems like a nice enough fellow. Good day. And he
Thank you.
steps aside and allows you passage through the gate into the Fort District. Making your way, the Acadium seems to be under repair. You can see people casting spells, weaving magic, and pieces of stone flying through the air. You see people once more tending to the grounds, keeping grass cut, keeping the hedges trimmed, and things like that. The fort lays ahead of you, the big imposing squat callback to a time where Lanceport was a defensible city, and its whole purpose was to control the waterways into the kingdom of Avestray. Now used as the city council house, their house, the council's house, and things like that. You take the path that leads off to the right, where you see several temples. Not one, not two, but there are several of them. Most of them are to different deities here within, but you easily find the one that's marked on the contract, Making your way there, you can see that this is a large Gothic building. High archways, flying buttresses, all of the architectural words that go with Gothic.
Annalise immediately feels at home.
It's a large, imposing building. It is a jagged knife edge of a building, narrow but tall. It appears is everything you could want in this sort of a temple, and it seems to be very old, probably as old as the fort itself. The doors are open, and as you walk in, you can see pews with tall backs on them, candles set, lighting up at the end of both ends of each pew, sconces lit with torches to kind of add light. but still, even with all of the abundance of light, shadows disappear into the high ceilings, and you swear you hear the fluttering of wings somewhere in the rafters way above you. Iconography fills the windows that are stained glass, made with dark colored glass and lead. They shine through, casting eerie light pictures on the ground as you walk by. There, standing at the end of the altar, kind of sweeping the stones there in front of it, is a Kamat. Tall, thin, hairless.
Oh!
He turns and looks at you, and he gives you one of those smiles where the sides wrinkle up and the eyes kind of squint a little bit. And he says, "Hello, I'm Brother Ferris.
I want to take him home with me.
Yep.
It's a pleasure to have made your acquaintance."
As we're walking through the area with all the pews, I'm going pew, 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 pew.
Why is you not just like
Is there
candles?
And he kind of he makes a gesture over all of you of blessing. He says, "May the Creator keep you safe. And what brings you here to my humble steps today?"
You took out a contract with the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I have.
Our apologies for taking so long to get to you. We were a little bit tied up with the explosion at the Acadium.
Terrible, terrible things that. I'm glad that, for the most part, they're okay, and that they'll be fine. I'm not sure what's going on down there. I've had to take to locking the doors that lead the way down into the crypt.
Spoopy.
We've had others who've come. Some have run in terror. Others, well, they've not come back. I would appreciate you taking the time to look into.
We're super powerful, don't worry.
Yeah, we're pretty great. We'll be
That's
fine.
great. I'm good to hear. And
Do you have
if
any idea what's down there?
Well, originally I took the contract out because I heard some scrabbling while I was down there in my study, and I heard it seems to double as both a crypt for those who've gone past, but it's more of a memoriam. There's not much in the way of burial there anymore. This level has been built over the original crypt. The only thing that marks it is a pit in the middle that leads down to the older part. And I'm not sure what crawled up out of there, but it seems as though there's something what come out of the bottom. I heard something scrabbling, saw a terrible ghostly looking thing. I run for it, got up here and did. I locked the doors promptly and said I need to send for some help, and then that's what I did. And looky here you are. It's so good to have you here.
You're very lucky.
Some rats or something.
I'm probably, but I'm thinking if they're rats, they're quite large for rats. And again, like I said, there's some who went down there and they've not returned yet to me.
Maybe they
That
got
was nigh on
lost.
2 fortnights ago. Say again? Sorry.
Maybe they got lost.
Sure. It's a bit of a turn and twist in there, and that's possible. Yeah, it's possible. I can unlock the doors for you and make sure that you see yourselves down there safely. And do you need a torch or a light of some sort? So it's down there. It's dark. There are some that are lit, but it's dark in there, mind you.
I think we're okay. Do we have spells for
Or
that?
not. I don't know.
Does anybody have the
think
light
so.
cantrip?
I do not.
Oh,
Got a
boy.
human in the group. They don't have dark vision.
Take the damn torch.
All right. You gonna take the torch?
Yep.
Right.
I'm just trying to convince myself at this point that like there isn't some horrible evil waiting for us
It's
down
gonna
there.
I'm expecting like 2 more of you to die.
Okay, sweet. Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm
Good.
sweating and descending.
Can't wait.
You'll be
Yay.
fine.
It'll be great. Alright, so we're going down.
Yep.
Before we go down, I looked at Ferris and I go, "Don't worry, Ferris, we'll handle this."
You're the worst.
I'm
You
sure
can
you
go
will.
first. Do you want to go first again? I feel like you have this handled.
Yeah, I'll
Can
take
I
it for a
just have
spin.
a small
Okay.
collection of pebbles that I just like throw at Lucky when he's
Just a
being
little, like this satchel, but just full of pebbles instead of dice. And you just fucking
like
back of the head.
they're about the size of like a D4.
Yeah, you just
Ooh, that's
toss
mean.
him in
Like-
the back of the head.
Yeah.
You're just
They're-
throwing caltrops at him. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
No, that
allow
would
it.
hurt. That would hurt. Just small, smooth little pebbles. Just enough to be annoying.
I'll keep an eye out for some stones for you.
You descend a wooden staircase. As you make your way down, it descends. It's kind of open. The staircase has a railing. As you cross down and then switches back and goes down again. About the 3rd time it switches back, you're looking up now and you can see that it's just rising above you. You stop at a platform. And I realize I've got Gillet on there, but
But he's dead.
he's not dead. He's just not there. All right. Can everybody see themselves? You're over on the right-hand side of the map. Right-hand side of the map.
Yes.
That's
Annalise, you should have torchlight within a certain range, and then it should be dimly lit past that.
Yep.
Everybody else has dim light out to like a certain range, with the exception of the fact that you're all standing right near Annalise, and she has the torch. So, all right. The landing that you're on sits about 10 feet above the actual stone floor. Stairs lead down onto the stone floor and up again, back up the way you came. Where would you like to go first?
This is such a classic crypt. Look at this.
Well, I'm gonna go down to the bottom of the stairs so I can fully see what's going on here.
You see some torches here and there providing some light. They're all just on the edge of guttering out. They provide very little light in the way. Stone wall sits to your left. You can kind of see how there's a torch at the end of it. The room opens up before you. Just ahead of you, off in the distance, you can barely make out kind of in front of you and then kind of just slightly to your right as you look. You can make out the edge of a door.
Okay. Well, Annalise is going to head in this direction.
Okay. The door comes more visible. You can see that the wall that was originally holding the torch and preventing your vision further in has another wall that sits off from it and seems to go north. There's a door to your south. It's currently closed. A handle sits inside of it. It looks as though it will swing. Yep.
Okay.
It looks as though it swings outward.
Then I will open that door.
All right. Go ahead and move yourself forward 1 square.
Into the room? Huh.
All right. The rest of you can see the door there. As you walk in, the room is full of shelves. Books of all shapes and sizes, volumes and tomes sit upon the shelves. Against one wall is a writing desk, a chair, a quill, parchment that's mostly curled up. The ink bottle is not dried out, but it's getting that way. The door is right where Lucky's standing, so Yenfear, Lucky, if you guys want to move into the room, you can. If you'd like to go somewhere else, you can also do that. An old rug, threadbare, and as though it's been walked or at least sat upon many, many a times, covers a small portion of this room. Otherwise, this is all you see in here. The shelves full of books, desks, and the rug.
Well, Annalise is going to check out what's on the desk.
Okay. It looks like someone was transcribing something, stopped, and has failed to return to finish their transcription. It appears to be like it's theological in nature, and it talks about the timeline and history, genealogy of a particular family, and that was important to the church at that time. None of the names make any sense to you.
All right. Then,
or I should say you don't recognize.
Then Annalise will head back out of the room and continue on.
Okay. Anybody else like to do anything in the room while you're there?
I'm gonna go look at these shelves, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, they're shelves. They've got different books on there, volumes and tomes. It's not packed tightly, but it's, you know, it's pretty well. It would take you a little bit of time to kind of go through each title.
Okay.
There are 3 shelves against that wall, kind of butted up against each other. There's one against the northern wall where the desk is.
I'm going to use my Eldritch Invocation to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You take for a second and concentrate. You have a bit of a panic, and then it kicks in. Okay. Looking around the room, nothing seems to jump out to your Eldritch sight as magical.
This is boring.
At least not anything that you can see in here right now.
Okay.
It got dark in there.
I will leave the room then.
All right. Annalise, or for the party, you can see the wall that you originally stepped by to your right, which is the east, is going to be the platform that you came down. You can see underneath it, and it seems to be held up by several wooden poles, but it doesn't seem to have anything under there. There's nothing hiding in the corners of it. There seems to be a pathway that goes north along with the path that you originally came down here, and then there's another one here. You can see there is a small passageway here as well as here, and the pathway by the wall also goes directly to the south. You can see a bit of torchlight coming around what looks to be an opening or a corner there.
Does it strike anybody as strange that there would be torchlight down here when he says he keeps this area locked off?
Could be magic.
And again, the torches are nearly guttering out. I mean, they're barely glowing.
Could be old.
Plus it's a spoopy crypt.
I'm gonna investigate up a bit.
Okay. So you are going that direction?
Yes.
Out of it so I can keep track on everybody. All right. Yenfear. The passageway goes ahead, continues north. You can see an opening, and out through there you can barely make out the platform that you originally came down. You also see that there's another door just at the edge of your vision ahead of you. looks like it leads into a room.
Okay. Creepy. All right.
Should we check out the room?
Yes. You can go first. It's fine.
Okay. I'll attempt to open the door.
It does not open. You go pull on it, and it doesn't. You push. Seems like it might be locked.
Can I try to break through it? Unless,
Absolutely.
Lucky, you would like to.
Oh, I'd
use
love to.
your... Okay. I'll
Probably
step
not
back
break the things that are
out the way.
in the area we're supposed to be, clearing it.
Thieves don't check.
Are you really? Are you really talking right now?
Hey, I talk a lot. I thought you'd know that by now.
True.
Yeah, you get down there, kind of dim light. You take a moment and you turn them, and the lock comes undone.
I'm a genius.
Push the latch tab, and the door pulls out again. You open the door, and you can step inside. You move forward 1 square from there. You will be inside. You see in here a bed, a couple of rugs on the ground, again threadbare. The bedding looks as though it hasn't been slept in some time. There's a bedside table, a desk, and another shelf of books in this room. Thin layer of dust covers everything, and the smell of must, unlived-in room hits you. It's not strong, it's not overwhelming, but you can definitely tell that this room may have been used for someone at one time. Hasn't been used in some time.
Can you imagine sleeping in a place this creepy? Ugh.
Imagine it wouldn't be unlike sleeping with you.
Cute.
Just dusty and unused.
Jeez. Shots fired.
I don't even know how to respond. That's fine. I'm fucking offended.
What do you guys want to do? You're in this room.
I'm gonna snoop around.
Okay, what would you like to look for first?
I don't know. Is there any drawers and like?
Yeah, there's a drawer in that bedside table.
Okay. I'm gonna yank it open.
All right, you open it up, and there is a book in there. As you look at it, it appears to be the holy script or text for this particular religion.
Bible.
Pretty much a Bible.
Huh.
Gideon's
my
has
style.
invaded Kyrith, though it's not a Gideon's Bible. But it's a Bible.
All right.
Can I check the desk?
Absolutely. There are 2 drawers on. Okay, 1 drawer on the left. It's kind of a narrow one, kind of high up. There are 2 on the right, a narrow one, and then a deeper one on the right, on the right-hand side.
Can I look through all of them?
Absolutely. Tell me which one you'd like to start. Bottom
one?
right, top right, or left.
Bottom right.
Bottom right is the deep one. You open it up, and empty. There's nothing inside of it.
Bottom left.
Okay, the one on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you open the one on the left, and it looks like there is some old parchment here. Some of it looks like it's been chewed upon by some insect, but that's all that's in that one.
Classic insects. Top left.
Top right.
Left.
Top left. Okay. Sorry, I thought you said top left first. The top left has a box made out of wood. It has a lid on it that you can put like your thumb in and slide it open. It's currently closed. It's probably about that thick. Fits in the drawer easily enough. And the box is about that wide.
I would like to open it.
All right. You slide open the box, and inside is a beautiful quill. The slide holder for it is like pearlescence. The feather itself, as you look at it, you realize it's not a feather, it's some kind of gilded material. So it's actually like gold feather. It's beautifully done. This is a priceless piece. Well, not a priceless piece, but this is a very beautiful artistic piece that's also functional. And it's all set like into this velvet inlay.
Just gonna pocket that for now.
Slide the lid back closed and kind of, whoop, that's in my pocket.
Arneth, I'm so proud.
You don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
All right, Annalise.
If I had to take a wild guess, you're giving it to Yinfir.
You don't know that.
What is that? You don't know that.
The path continues to the west.
After he kissed Gillet?
You see another path to the north,
Are you
bisected by the wall that you originally saw when you came down this way. So the path continues to the west. There's two. The one you came through from. There's another passage to the north. I need you to give me a perception check first.
Sure.
I completely missed the kiss because my internet was like crapping out at the time. Darn it.
He just
He
smashed
forced
their
them-
faces
yeah.
together.
Oh.
So they say.
Faintly, in the distance, ahead of you to the west, you hear a soft.
Guys.
You're not there.
The only one that's there is Annalise.
I'm there by myself.
Oh.
And you hear the sound of chain being rattled softly along with that.
Someone's
Okay.
illegitimate child.
I'm gonna keep heading west towards the sound.
Where did Elise go?
You don't know. Because splitting the party. Yeah!
Because that's worked out so well for us in the past.
The sound stops. You hear the snuffling. And you hear the chains being rattled a little bit more heavily.
Can I use my wonderful, wonderful ranger skills to figure out where Annalise has gone?
You are not in natural terrain? No. Crypt is not your favorite terrain.
It could be.
Could be, but what kind of weird ass ranger are you?
A crypt
A grave digger?
Okay, true. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Annalise, you take a few more steps forward. Hang on a second. Let me get to what I need. You hear a new sound. It is a voice. It says, into the darkness around you. Patience, my pets. We'll feed soon enough. Come closer, child.
Off to your right. Farther down.
You see in the distance ghostly pale pinpoints of light about 6 feet off the ground and about this far apart.
Okay.
All right.
With my hand on my sock lever, I'm gonna keep going forward.
There's a wall ahead of you.
Well, she'll head towards one of the two entrances here.
The voice says, yeah, Come on closer, child. And that you see the pinpoints of again. The shadow seems to develop like a living entity. It seems to take any light, even your own, even though it doesn't really swallow it. It seems to just darken, absorbing it. You hear the sound of not one, not two, but 3 chains just kind of chink. Bring her to me whole. And the sound of slathering jaw.
Annalise is gonna realize for the first time since she's been walking down here that she is alone.
Wonderful.
And
Well,
Bye.
you see gray-skinned figures, their mouths open wide, their tongues lolling out madly as they run forward, scrabbling sometimes on 2, sometimes on 4 legs, scrabbling over each other, thick collars and chains around them, thick collars around their neck, chains dragging off behind them, rust-colored, aged, the smell of death around them. And I need you roll me initiative. Let me go ahead.
Damn it, Annalise.
Oops, I removed your turn. I apologize.
God damn it.
Well,
Can I take that one instead?
sure, why not?
Yeah!
I'll be lenient in this moment.
Since you're about to die and all.
Since this may be your
No,
last,
I was told to be brought to him in one piece and relatively alive.
true.
Hmm.
Arneth, it is a confusing mix and myriad of walls. It seems as though they're put up haphazardly, and as you look at the walls, you realize they have like placards written on them and names. Each one of them has the word in memoriam, and then it has a name on it, and an in memoriam. As you move across through the walls, you can see some of them have dates on them, and so forth and so on. And as you get closer to the center of this room, you see a large pit that opens into darkness. Far below, you hear nothing.
well, that's not disconcerting. Can I sort of lean over and take a peek in?
Yep. It extends well past your vision, and it's dark. You do see what appears to have been a stair, like a spiral staircase at one time, but the steps are broken and missing from part of the wall, the interior wall of this pit, this hole. And it descends far below where you are. All right. Go ahead and let's have everybody else add their initiative, please.
Woo!
There are the rules.
First decent roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we did say your rolls were going to look up as soon as we hit combat, so.
All right. Do you yell out or anything? I'll let you do this as a free action.
No.
Okay. Fucking stubborn. Go ahead. Since it's your turn, Arneth, give me a perception check.
Okay. Mouth. Perception. 14.
You hear slathering in the distance off to the west somewhere. How does everybody like the dynamic lighting? This only makes this room more you should see it from my perspective. It all makes sense, but from where you're looking at it, it's like, what is this labyrinth of walls? Is how I planned it. All right. You hear somewhere to the west this weird guttural slathering, sound. You can use your movement to try to get closer to where you think you might hear. Or you can stay where you're at. It's up to you. What would you like to do? I think that's within range. You should be able to make out the edge of the figures there.
Yeah.
You see ghastly pale creatures scrabbling on all fours and then walking upright, long tongues lolling out of their mouth, their jaws opening up just unnaturally wide as they are bearing down on something. They don't seem to pay you any mind. You should be able to maybe make out one of them before it disappears around the corner. If you'd like to try to shoot one, do you have line of sight to them from where you're at?
I can see like the top of this one.
We would say that's probably going to be like 3/4 cover. Can you see the one that's to his left?
This one?
Yeah, that one. Can you see that one okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I can say you can fire on that one. The other one's going to have 3/4 cover because he's mostly, if you would like to try to shoot at them.
Sure.
Okay, you can go ahead and roll to attack then.
Oh.
You
Oh.
got any more fail in there? Just
I can keep
get it all out
on rolling.
Get it all out.
I can keep going.
You are so sickened by the smell of death and decay that wafts off of them that you kind of, in your first shot, just into the ground. Your second shot, he's just so in the shadows there. When you go to fire, it just misses him barely, but off into the darkness. All right. It is their turn.
Oh, so bad.
He's going to move over here, and he's going to attack you. All right. Just 1 second here. All right. He's going to attack you. He reaches out. Just nasty-looking claws. Tries to scratch you. 21 to hit. As he reaches out and scratches his claws across your arm, sinking in past the armor, you feel the furrows digging up under your arm. You feel this icy cold grip start to seep through your body. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw. Either through terror, whatever it is that happens here, you feel your body lock up. You are unable to move. You're unable to speak. You're unable to do anything other than just the basic functions of breathing, swallowing, and panicking inside your own head.
Maddie, if these things don't kill you...
What?
Sorry, what was that, Chief?
I said,
You
if
cut out.
these things don't kill you, I'm going to kill you.
You also take 11 points of damage from the tearing, rending, sharp claws of this creature. And this one. Yeah, in your head, your father's voice. Calm yourself. You've trained for this. The other one grabs you, wrapping its hands around you but not sinking its claws in, and starts to drag you away. You're paralyzed, so you can't fight back in this particular matter. He drags you over here. Your torch clatters to the ground, leaving you in darkness as he drags you into the shadows.
Chief, I love you. I'm just like watching Chief giggling on cam, and it's
like,
great.
This bitch gonna die. Oh god.
As you get closer, there's just enough of your torchlight you can see the ghastly, emaciated face of this creature. Terrible white hair streaking down over armor that looks to be ancient and decayed. He stands with a grueling, nasty-looking longsword over you. He kind of crouches down as you're laying there on the ground, the creature dumping you unceremoniously. He crouches down and rests one arm on his knee as he looks at you and he says, "Yes, you'll do nicely. Me and mine hunger." And he stands up to his full height and sheathes a sword. All right. It's his turn. Now, you can make the saving throw at the end of your turn. You can't do anything at the end of your turn. You can Constitution saving throw. Your father's words. Calm yourself. You've trained for this. You find your center in yourself. You focus for a second. And just as quickly as the onset of the paralyzation happens, you find yourself shaking it off.
I'm going to pretend that I'm still paralyzed. I am well aware that I can move, but I'm going to pretend otherwise.
Well, technically it's the end of your turn anyway, so you're still...
Yeah. No, I understand, but like I'm staying in that, like I'm staying laying down. I'm not going to give any indication that I have recovered use of my limbs.
All right, Lucky, it's your turn. Arneth has walked past this wall, and you can't really see much around the corner of it. The hallways with the light and where the torches are placed, it's a dizzying effect. It's very easy to get lost in the darkness down here, even with your dark vision.
What is this strange noise from around the corner? Oh my god! It's some hideous, horrible creature! Arneth, behind you!
Wow.
Oh, it's just Yenfir.
Stop poking fun.
You're an asshole, and I hate you.
Just kidding.
Come over here now. There's some hideous things past these
That
walls.
was 1, 2, 3, 4. So wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't see anything.
You don't.
I will summon my weapon though, and
All right.
ready the action that if I see a horrible, hideous creature besides Yenfir, I will fire it.
Wow.
Don't look into a mirror.
You take a moment. Damn. The very familiar.
Oh, that
You put your hands
clap back!
together and summon the weapon. And you're summoning the crossbow or the
I'll
sword?
mix it up. I'll summon. Hold on. That was a
I
four.
love it.
Thanks. Wow.
I'll summon the hammer.
Business. You summon the hammer.
perfect.
Okay, like
Yeah.
a warhammer or a maul.
The maul that I never got
Okay.
to use. So like Harley Quinn
Take-
style.
You take your hand and you go to draw it out. As it does so, it's like trying to pull it through like molasses or some thick mud. It doesn't summon as easily. And when you finally finish summoning it, the head of it, which you're used to having it be formed of ice and the mist and everything, this thing looks jagged, misshapen. It's still effective and it'll still work as a maul, but it looks as though it's splintered and it looks like it's misshapen, like something is affecting your ability to draw upon attack weapon.
All part of the plan.
All right, so you are readying your action. Smack something whenever you see it. Okay. Yenfear.
Me.
Annalise is missing. There are sounds of.
I got a bad feeling about this. Well, of course, I'm going to approach. What are we looking at?
Above you is the pit that leads down deeper into the old catacomb.
Beautiful.
The walls here create a dizzying effect as the torches are laid at such an angle as to create a labyrinth out of the shadows around you. You have a passageway that continues on to the east, a small passageway that leads through, let me get to the right layer. Right here. You see another wider passage with a torch that seems to open up at the end of it.
Okay. So I hear these things. Can I see them?
Not from where you're at now.
Okay.
They seem to be coming off in the distance somewhere over in like this direction.
I'll draw my Rat King sword.
Okay. You draw it. The gem that's in the hilt of it glows that sickly green color. Not a bright light, but enough that you tell that it kind of shines a little bit. Okay, and that's what you're doing?
Yeah. That's it.
The pale character standing over you, Annalise, kind of takes a moment, goes and sniffs in the air, and he says, "You've brought friend. How good. Bring them here, my pets." And this one, I mean, he's not walking. He is full out like running at you in this weird kind of crazy way.
Thanks. I hate it.
Same.
Yeah, it's like any Japanese horror film, that weird, awkward, like quick crawl that they do, and then that's full on.
No thanks.
Okay.
And he is going to attack you.
Tasty. Well, if it hits me, I'm probably done for, guys, because my rolls suck. So, bye.
Reaches out with his claws and rolls 22 to hit you.
Yeah.
I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Hell yeah, Chief. That's what I'm talking about.
Finally.
Roll it when it counts.
The claws reach out and strike you. You will take the roll. There you go. Sorry, the 14. You take 14 damage as he slashes across you. You feel the claws dig in, but your orcish resolve, the orc part of you, just like feels the cold seep in, trying to seize up your muscles. You just give it one of them. And it just kind of you just kind of shrug it off and dissipates, looking at this horrible, ghastly creature. All right, and it is your turn.
Great. I guess I'll cast Hunter's Mark on it and then pop it in the face.
Do it.
Oh, that's right. You have the close range firing, don't you?
Yes.
All right.
You're doing great,
both
sweetie.
of those will hit.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Both of,
Yay.
both of those hit. So great. All right. You take and draw back the bow, and then quickly knock another one, and let it loose. Both of them sink into the exposed skin, and it kind of. It is. Yeah, it's got 2 arrows sunk deep into its shoulder. Nice. Both of those. You got to roll it one more time because it's for every attack.
Oh, nice.
Nice. It rears back, but unfazed yet by your damage. This one. Pops out of this way.
Get him!
You had a readied action, so go ahead and make your attack.
You got it. I'm just going to use my greatsword that I already have set up.
Okay. Difference will be the damage, I believe.
It's just bludgeoning instead of slashing.
Oh, is it still 2d6?
Yep.
Awesome. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Not bad.
Awesome. It comes out and you smash it. You still do the ice damage. It still takes the extra ice damage.
Do I think I just have that built in, right?
Yeah, it's 1d4 if I'm not mistaken.
Is it? Hold on, sorry. Okay, it's not on that, so I'm just gonna do this. Kill.
Okay. As you smash it in the head with the hammer, kind of twist it and turn off. As you do, parts of those jagged, uneven spikes that were out of the maul are left in it, and it kind of, you hear the shatter sound of the crystal as the ice shard kind of explodes inside of it. This one back here, Annalise, the one that's near you, looks down at you, leans its face in, the tongue lolls out, dripping on you. The creature that stands next to him grabs the collar and pulls it back, and he says, "Feed off of them." And he lets it, like, shoves it. All right. Hey, right there in front of you again. This time, as he runs, he pounces with a bite. His teeth close around nothing as you duck out of the way, the mouth going right near you. Can't touch this. All right. Annalise. It is your turn.
Alright. At this point, I'm gonna get up to my feet.
Huzzah!
Okay, half your movement up.
Yep. I'm going to use my Blood Curse of Mutual Suffering.
Okay.
Now, double check something here, because... Okay. So, I am going to be sacrificing one of my hit dice to amplify this.
Okay.
So if this creature has resistance to necrotic damage,
Huh?
it'll ignore the resistance to necrotic damage because of the amplified nature of the curse.
Okay.
Okay? Just so that you can read it for your own information.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
For your viewing pleasure.
Also, for the rest of the stream's viewing pleasure about what I'm using, because the only other person who has played a Blood Hunter on stream is Taliesin, and he went a different route than I did with his Blood Hunter, so. Alright.
Okay.
However, I'm going to do that, and that's my bonus action, and then I am going to just attack with my Saw Cleaver to the creature in front of me. Fucking shit.
Whoa.
Nice. All right. Nice work.
I did not mean to click that twice. I'm sorry. My mouse is being awful, and the
So
lightning
it
damage will
still
apply.
takes 8. Yeah, it takes 18 points. Then, right?
Yeah, 18 slashing.
That's
Holy.
You will feast on nothing.
We'll see.
No, she's serious because I get another attack.
You know what I did not do?
Oh my.
Good to know. Good to know.
Oh.
The 21 will hit.
Cool. He's gonna take another 10.
You watch as each one of your slashes digs in deep, but it doesn't seem to be taking the damage that you would expect it to take. You knew how hard you pushed against that slice, but he seems to have resisted a portion of it.
Of course. Wouldn't be a boss fight if he didn't have resistances.
All right. That being said, it is now Lucky's turn. That is your turn, right?
Yep. Bonus action, movement to get up, and 2 attacks. We're good.
All right. So first things first. I need you. Let's see. I need you to give me a saving
Sorry, what saving throw?
Constitution.
Blurp. You.
The horrible stench off of these creatures is so much that you have a very hard time of keeping yourself from gagging. You are considered poisoned.
My favorite.
Poisoned. You have disadvantage. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Not saving throws, ability checks, and attack rolls.
I don't like that very much.
I'm gonna do that.
It's what happens. It's just the smell of decay and death that roil off this thing, off of all 3 of them, actually. It's so cloistering that it just kind of seeps into your nose insidiously, and you just kind of it's there. I feel it. All right, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take 2 swings at him.
That will hit.
Keep your mouth closed while you're doing
Just got which one were you hitting? The only one you can't hit. All right.
The diagonal one.
Okay. All right.
And
Take your
I
second
will
swing.
Swing again.
That will also hit.
Huzzah.
Your first one hits it across the side of the face. The jaw goes kind of off, and you watch as it reaches up and cracks it back into place. Bring the hammer up overhead and smash down on top of it, each time leaving a piece of that jagged ice spike off in it, causing extra damage. All right. Is that your turn, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
That is my turn.
Yen, fear.
me fear.
You.
Okay, well, duh, first of all. Second of all, I'm gonna attack.
Actually, first of all, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
I fucking knew it.
Anything within 5 feet of them. The smell hits you, but you're able to keep yourself from being overcome by it. Yeah.
Okay.
You just
Alright.
go grab your hair and go, "Smells nice." That's better. All right. So what are you doing? There are 3 of them. One directly ahead of you that has been wailed on by Lucky.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack this guy.
All right, go for it. Rapier.
All right, King.
Oh, the Rat King sword. Excellent. That will hit.
And
He takes none of the poison damage.
what a bitch, first of all. What about this?
Ooh. That will work.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, what was that weird purple glow?
None of your fucking business, Lucky.
Yeah. You stab the blade in, and the gemstone, you were waiting for it to flare, doesn't seem to do anything. What? Then you just kind of look at it, and again, there's that purple. It kind of looks confused, shaking its head back and forth. It looks pretty rough. The greenish blood or bodily fluid that it has within it starting to seep all over it from the wounds that you guys have created, considering that it's had its head smashed in a few times. All right. Anything else that you would like to do?
I'm going to, since they're up here now, if I move back like here.
Oh, yes.
Okay. I'm a face step and just yeet.
It
Bye.
reaches out to strike you as the leaves kind of, and they fall. And once again, the leaves kind of. Are you attuned to winter, or what are you attuned to?
Good question.
I believe it's still winter.
Still winter.
It's the dead gray leaves that you would see around wintertime as you appear over there. That wonderful crinkly noise.
Yes.
All right. And is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
This one that was hit by Arneth is going to attack Arneth. I'm a claw you. 12.
Don't do it.
It goes to claw you, bring the bow up, and kind of like spin its hand out around it. Kind of.
Disgusting.
All right. It's your turn.
Well, since he tried to hit me, I'm gonna try to hit him.
Hit me and I'll smack you back. All right. Miss.
Ugh.
Miss.
Ugh.
It's so close. The first one, it puts its hand up and like snatches. You go to fire again, and it kind of hits the bow, and the arrow goes off of the ceiling somewhere. All right. Anything else that you'd like to do?
I fired and I missed.
Fire. I missed again.
No.
You are standing now, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct, Annalise?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good, though.
I love when the DM says, "Well, that's good." Mm-mm.
Well, I mean,
that's good.
he gets advantage if you were still prone. That's the reason.
Sure.
So the first thing he is going to do is swing his longsword at you. 16 to hit.
Yep.
You take 6 points of damage as he slices across you. Okay. And then he reaches out his hand. $16 to hit.
That'll hit.
I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
I know what this does. 'Cause you did this to one of the kids on Friday night.
You succeed.
Oh, thank God.
You still take 7 points of necrotic damage. As he reaches out, his fingers don't really glow, but they have this blackened, purplish mist about them. You feel the life energy trying to be ebbed away. You quickly grab his hand and force it away. As
He's going to take half of 13.
Okay. Oh, yeah. We'll call it 7.
Your choice if you want to round up or round down.
It is my choice, and I choose round. Okay. Okay. Two attacks. Yep, that's it. Back up to the top. Yeah, please. Doesn't really like being hit with that friggin' thing you've got. So he's gonna try to hit you back. Claws. Dizzy and woozy from being smacked in the head region, he tries to swipe out at you, but it's a half-hearted thing, and you easily dodge out of the way. Just kind of.
Ah.
And then it is this one's turn. Arnaz. 22 to hit you.
Yeah.
I need a Constitution saving throw.
And you got this.
Once again, you shake off the paralyzing effect as he slices into you, and you are going to take 6 points of slashing damage.
That's better than being paralyzed.
For a minute, yes. Annalise, it's your turn.
Okay. She's just gonna attack the white in front of her. Over. I'm gonna use my bonus action to set it.
Light it up.
Light it up. However,
Electricity
I am
or?
going to be lighting it up with acid.
That's new.
Interesting.
Instead of lightning.
That's interesting.
So I lose
Okay.
6 because I am 6th level. Okay.
That will hit. Nice.
And of course,
Okay.
2 attacks. 11. I don't think that's gonna hit.
Miss.
Yeah.
You bring it across him once, and as it drags across, there's that sizzle and pop, and burning, decaying flesh as the acid eats into it. As you go to bring it across him a second time, he brings up and parries your attack with his sword. Let's see. So he is going to take full on the acid. And
I can see Jack like measuring things in the darkness because I can't see on the other side of the wall. Jack, on my screen, all I see is this arrow.
I'm planning.
I'm proud
All right.
of you for planning. It's just all I see is an arrow in the darkness.
Just, hello. It's me.
It's your boy, Yinfir.
I'm gonna miss, but you know, it's
Do
nice
it.
to think about.
okay. Next up, then, is that your turn? Lucky,
Yep.
you bonus action matching up. Okay, Lucky, it's your turn. They're still slathering ghasts in front of you, looking to chew your bones, suck the marrow from them.
Sit down, please.
Actually, give me another Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
You're still poisoned. So 18 will hit, though. Lucky, was that a saving throw or just Constitution? Do the saving throw. It's not a disadvantage. The saving throw isn't.
Oops.
Okay,
Well.
still fail. Still fail, but just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay. The 18
Stop
hits. We take
moving.
13. Okay, so as you bring the maul down this time, you hear the crunch of its skull, and it boom, onto the ground. Twitches once under the maul and then moves no more.
I will step into where he was standing,
Okay.
kind of wipe my shoe off, and then go for the next guy.
What's funny is that you're doing this while trying to be sickened at the same time, so you're like, okay. Okay. I'm okay. Oh, that one was in my throat. Oh, God. All right. 24 hits. Okay. He takes another 13 points. Okay, that one takes 13. All right. He rears back as you smash the first one on the ground. You step forward and bring the hammer up, clipping him in the jaw. There's that whole clack as his teeth hit. His head rolls back, and he kind of shakes for a second. You see
Take that.
You'd see the piece of ice stuck like in his jaw. As he's standing there looking at you. Inferior, it's your turn.
Oh, this is awful. I am going to draw my light crossbow and
Light a crossbow and shoot somebody.
Shoot the fella that's closest to Lucky.
Okay.
No.
That would be me.
They were both close.
I'm going to shoot Lucky.
Solid.
And I'm going to shoot the one in front of Arnath, actually.
Okay, right in the butt cheek.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Fire.
Pew.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And
how many inspirations do you have left?
just one. One left now. So y'all better not need me to use them because they're going to be gone soon.
Arnath, you hear the twang of the crossbow, and you see the bolt just appear in like the neck of this thing. It just kind of it reaches up and tears it free, and then just kind of looks at you, licking its jaws with that long tongue. All right, is that your turn?
That's gross. Hi.
They're undead.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Yeah, I'm done.
This one that is in front of Arnath is going to attack. Plows out. 23. Give me that.
Yeah.
Give me that save.
I knew my luck had to run out eventually.
You feel it, and as you try to resist it, this time your body just taking hit after hit, your resolve fades, and you try to shrug it off, but you feel the the necrotic energy just sapping your strength. Your muscles lock up. You're unable to move or do anything else. However, it is your turn. You can't do anything your turn, but at the end of your turn, you make another saving throw to see if you can fight off the effect of the paralyzation. So give me another con saving throw. Oh, I'm sorry. You also take 13 points of damage from that. The slash digs into you. Your body locks up. You take a second to steady yourself. No! And you shrug off the paralyzation, the necrotic energy leaving your body. It kind of looks at you with an evil, gleeful look, and then as it realizes that you're not paralyzed,
It's like, how dare you?
how
Dare you?
All right, it is now his turn, and he is going to once again. The first one is going to be a life drain, 23 to hit.
Gross.
You take 4 points of necrotic, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Me? Sorry, I apologize.
Yes, I apologize. No, Annalise, I needed a Constitution. This time, your maximum HP is reduced.
How much?
Your maximum HP is reduced by 4. And you did take 4 necrotic damage, by the way.
Okay,
And then he stabs you with his longsword, 18.
that'll hit.
You take 8 slashing.
He's taking half of 12.
Half of that. Okay. That is his turn. And now it's going. And Lucky, he is going to try to claw you. You still haven't made the save. Arneth, you've made the save from the stench, the poison. So you're immune to it. But Lucky, I need you to give me another Constitution saving throw.
Or
It is just not your night. You're still just bile in the back of your throat.
Too stanky.
It's that face right there. That's it.
Oh my god.
Okay, claw attack. 16 to hit.
let me check. Actually, that is my exact armor class.
So that hits. I need your Constitution saving throw again.
I'm good at these.
Crap. Wow.
Okay, so first of all, you take 13 slashing damage. Are you at 0?
No, but I'm paralyzed, right?
Yes, you are paralyzed. As the claws rake across the disease-riddled, you feel the paralysis lock up your muscles. You grip the hammer so tightly your knuckles turn white. You cannot move. You are paralyzed.
Oh god, it's coming!
You can't fight the bile bags. It's just,
I'm feeling really bad for you from way over.
At least it's your turn.
Don't get me!
Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy 2, when they travel through the wormholes, like they keep doing all the jumps, and at the very end of it, baby Groot's just sitting there. Just has the green, just kind of. That's exactly what I pictured. Okay, Annalise.
That is,
Oh my god.
that is good imagery. Well, we're just gonna attack twice with the Saw Cleaver.
Okay.
Although, I think I'm gonna use my bonus action to put it out into its extended form and two-hand the bitch.
Okay, go for it.
Do it.
That will hit.
Both of them or one?
Both. The 15 just barely hits, so.
Okay.
Very cool. So that is going to be 23, 24, 5 points of damage. Nice. All right, so 23 is going to be half that. Then 2 points of acid. The acid roll's not as spectacular. It's a.
No, it'll get there.
It'll get there. You bring it, slam it into the ground, extending it, striking him once. It cuts open. Lost Lucky. Cuts open. You see the acid splashing across him as he does so. Spin it around and swing it back the other direction, cutting a huge furrow in him. He's staggered back, looking down. Maybe this fight isn't for me. Okay. And it's your turn, Lucky.
All right. I'm paralyzed still.
That's right. At the end of your turn, you can make the save to break it. You're not at disadvantage.
Okay.
So you actually succeed. The disadvantage for the being poisoned was, and you haven't made that yet still, have you?
No.
Need another con save. This will be for the stench.
You
The
can't help it,
smell
man.
it's so, you know it's going to be in your clothes for days.
He just doesn't do smells very well.
You've basically come across a skunk. You're gonna have to take like oatmeal baths and vinegar baths, soak everything in tomato juice. just to get rid of the smell. He just sprayed you full on. However, you are not paralyzed. Yenfear.
Me. Fear.
Hey, Yenfear.
Yenfear here.
Got any heals?
Hey there, kids.
Who's hurting the most? Who's hurting the most? Looks the saddest right now.
Who's the saddest panda?
Yeah.
Well, I have 27 hit points.
Out of like 894?
No,
Yeah.
out of 60.
16. I think I've been hitting anybody that hard. All right.
Okay.
How are you doing, Lucky? Who looks rougher of the two of you?
I'm all right. I'm doing okay.
I'm fine. Famous last
I'm all
word.
right is the
Okay.
famous last words of this party.
I'm fine. We're all fine. How are you?
I love it, Maddie.
Yenfear, what are you doing?
You poor bastard. Okay. Well, I know who I want to heal, but I know who I'm gonna heal. Which is, woo, it just started storming. Okay.
That gave me a headache.
Honestly.
I'm sorry, Chief.
Do we not all have migraines right now?
No,
so I am
my
going to
laughter's-
heal Lucky
It's great medicine.
at level 2.
Okay.
I'm fucking embarrassed. Can I throw myself down the pit? Can I just do that instead?
You totally can. Just
Okay.
toss it.
Bye. Bye. Oh shit, wrong thing. Bye. Okay.
I get
That's-
7 back.
Really sad.
Okay, so you
You're
cast
welcome.
Healing Word. You want to do anything for your action? You have an action you can still use.
And you use that on me?
Who'd you
Can I-
cast Healing Word on?
Unlucky.
Okay,
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I really don't like that. I'm fine. Because we know what happened last time.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
saved
So-
Gillet's life?
You
Gillet
wouldn't have
died in
needed
the
to.
first place because he said, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
True.
but then got jacked by 3 hits from a gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
I was fine, though.
Okay, so what are you doing? Is that it? Is that your turn?
I mean, I guess, yeah. I'm just
Okay.
chilling.
Okay.
Filing my nails in the
Back
back.
Arneth. Awesome. So this one's going to attack you once more. 17 to hit you.
Yes.
Constitution saving throw. You take 5 slashing damage.
I feel like I need to. get
You resist the paralysis, man. You are just shrugging it off, boss.
You're too strong.
You're too strong. All right, your turn, Arneth.
some-
Strong.
As much as I would like to attack, I'm going to protect, and I'm going to protect myself by casting healing wounds on myself.
I'm sorry.
Cure wounds are there.
I like the healing wounds. It's like a mix of healing.
Healing
Your
wounds. I touch
Healing
myself.
It like does 2d6 or 1d6 per level. All right, so you place hands upon your own self. The natural magics that you tap into glow a faint, soft green color, and you feel yourself, the wounds on your body, knitting closed. All right,
By a teeny bit.
by a little bit.
Yeah.
They just micro knit. All right, so that is your turn. You have a bonus action like that. You can do anything.
What can I do as a bonus action? Can I
Um,
attack?
Not really a whole lot. You can't really attack. It is a full-on action. There's not really a whole lot you can do unless there's a spell you can cast.
Um,
I should have been having you roll concentration because you have 100 on that one.
yeah.
Go ahead and give me like 3 con saves or Constitution saving throw. Just 3 of them in a
Are
row.
they saves or checks
It's a saving throw, I believe.
for concentration?
Let me double check.
Okay.
Because hell, I could be wrong. I don't have them all memorized, just a good portion of them. Constitution saving throw.
Okay, 3.
Yeah, give me 3 of them. Just in success, failure. On the last one, you lose your concentration.
Okay.
All right. So you could technically know Hunter's Mark's a first level spell and cast Cure Wounds too. All right, so that is your turn. It is his turn, and he is still having none of your shite.
Ooh.
That is not what I meant to click.
Well, that's too bad, because the claws would not have hit, but the life drain absolutely does.
Yeah, well, you're not facing a white or ghast either. You're facing the white, so.
Ah, damn.
23. You know what I need? Con saving throw, please.
Yeah, I know. It's all con saving throws with you people.
Yep, you're good.
I'm still gonna
16?
I still take the 8 damage though?
You still take the 8 damage. You just don't reduce your max HP.
Okay. 16 will hit.
All right. All right. 9.
He will take half of 17.
Reaches out and digs his claws into your side, trying to pull your life essence away from you. You resolve through all of your training and facing off against monstrous creatures. You actually know how to like steel yourself against it, so you resist having it. As he pushes you away with his hand, he reaches out and stabs forward with the sword, making a nice slice across your side. He himself, though, as you look, the skin which is drawn taut is torn and tattered. You see holes. The wound that he has doesn't seem to be cleaning up. He looks as though he is on the ragged edge of undeath. The ghasts. Lucky. Let's see if you are lucky. Give me a Constitution saving throw. You succeed. You are not poisoned. However,
I did it.
You take 17 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
And I need a Constitution saving throw. Yeah.
Thank you.
You are not paralyzed as you feel take both of his hands and sink them into your side.
Ow!
The claws tearing into you. The tongue comes up. You can feel the hot, stinky breath on your cheek.
How rude.
Barely licks up your chin as it releases. All right. Annalise, your turn.
Mop it up.
She is going to take...
Gross. Mop it up.
She is going to swing her saw cleaver two-handed.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack once. That'll hit. Go ahead and give me damage on that. Not enough. And roll to attack again. Oh, wait. Nope, not enough. That will hit. Barely. That will hit. And with that, bringing the saw cleaver, it only cuts coleslaw. Bringing the saw cleaver up once, you hew off a huge section of the armor, cutting a deep furrow into the chest. As you bring the blade, you spin it around and bring it down one more time, hitting him right in the neck and clavicle, bringing the blade through into the body. You hear the long sword clatter, clink, 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 to the ground. He grabs the cleaver, hauls himself off of it. Release. Falls to the ground, and as he does, he just kind of clatters. Dead.
This is going to be a terrible idea, but with my movement, I'm going after the ghasts that I know are behind me.
Okay, go for it. You can move.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah! Yep, there they are. Look at that. Ghasts. They're ghastly.
I'm limping terribly, by the way. I am bleeding from multiple wounds across my body. I have 6 HP!
So is Lucky. And speaking of Lucky,
Well, hello there.
now that you have made the Constitution saving throw against the stench, you are immune to it. You do not have to roll again.
But I rolled okay.
Yeah, you did. So you are doubly immune to it.
So immune. I'm gonna smack this one up the head.
Okay, go for it. You have advantage on the attack because you have flanking on it. Go ahead and roll the attack. That will hit.
Pew! Whoa.
Ooh, that is nasty. Unfortunately, he hasn't taken too much damage. But you bring the hammer down with a mighty swing. Boom! It actually makes its head bounce a little bit under the hammer. You leave an ice spike in its head. You bring the hammer up again. Roll to attack again.
Pew!
Nice. Another good strike. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Pew!
Oh, and once again, just crushing it. You swing it from its head in a large arc and smack it in the chest. It bounces off of the chest cavity, but you see once again an ice spike from the misshapen head left in its chest. All right.
It's like that game at carnivals where you hit moles.
Just whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole.
Yenfear, it is your turn. Looking at your party members, you can barely see Annalise, who is bleeding profusely from several wounds on her body. You can see.
All right.
You see Lucky, who looks as though he's taken a significant amount of damage. Arneth looks also kind of bloody.
Fuck. Can I question?
Answer.
How does my own skill work? How does Face Step work again? Can I? Yeah, me. Can I only use it? Hold on. I can find out myself. Because I'm just wondering if you can use it as many times as you want. Like how?
You can use it as many times as you have spell slots, as long as it's a spell.
Double check because that's the racial ability.
Unless it's a racial ability, and then in which case it is once per long rest.
Yes.
Okay.
You have your what is it called?
It's a racial, so.
I need to find it. Face Step. You can cast the Misty Step spell once using this trait. You regain it whenever you finish a or long rest. So you've used it once. You can't use it again until you take a short rest, unless you have the spell Misty Step, which then you can cast
Okay.
that.
I will just move regularly then. Can I get to here?
I guess I'll just walk. Where to?
Can I get to where Annalise is?
You can't move through enemies.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No, you could. Unless you double move. 35, 40, 45, 50. You could walk around the wall that's north of them. You would not get an attack of opportunity. You would have to double move to get there. Basically, you'd use your movement and your action to get fully to that location, leaving you with no action to take. So you could get there, but then that's what you do.
Shoot. Well, that makes things difficult because
Cannot move through the enemy.
yeah, because it would be 40 just to here,
Mm-hmm.
and
then 15 around the corner.
okay. Shoot.
So you could do it in between 50 and 55 feet. So again, like I said, the only thing you could do is use your movement and then your action to give you 30 more feet of movement. What you want to do? Or you can shoot the crossbow at them.
Yeah, Are you
Or
guys
you
okay
go
with
behind
dying? Because hey, Arneth, I might need you to heal instead, if that's okay.
I
What are you
mean,
doing?
try. Healing's not that great.
Neither is mine at distances. So I am going to use my crossbow again on wrong thing. This
Senior
guy?
Ghastly. All right, fire to attack. Roll to attack. Fire to attack.
Fire to attack, yes.
Well,
That will hit.
That is theoretically how attacking would work. Yes.
All right.
And I'm gonna use my last.
Okay, pumping some more damage into it. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. As the bolt slams into it, you shoulders roll backwards. Then there's that purple pulse of energy. It grabs its head. He is but barely standing.
Oh, okay. Can I use a little bit of movement then?
Yeah, absolutely. You can use your movement.
I'm gonna
Would you
move.
I'm gonna move up her.
I'm gonna move up her for now,
Okay.
and that's the end of my turn.
All right, Arneth. You are being attacked yet again.
What will you do?
22 to hit you.
Yeah,
Give me that sweet con save.
19.
All right, you're just like fuck this shit.
You
Who
take
the
12
fuck are
points
you?
of slashing damage as he drags the claws again across your chest, trying anything they can to get you into a position where they can feed on you. Beast. What you doing? All right, how are you doing? You still up?
Yeah.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay.
Please, nobody die. Please, please, I'm praying.
You said this one is super hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Annalise, I don't think I'd be able to get to you to heal you.
Just
I
kill
can't
them.
move through him.
Just kill them.
She's just like, just pull the trigger, Piglet. Like,
Okay, I'm gonna. Can I cast Hunter's Mark on him again?
As a bonus action, you can.
Okay.
Okay. It's on him. First one hits, second one does not.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and give me the Hunter's Mark damage. Awesome. You draw the bow back, and your first one, we'll say, is the one that goes wide as it ducks its head. But lightning quick as it brings its head back up, you pull the arrow and fire. It pulls its head up just in time to catch it straight in the socket. You watch as the arrow goes out the other side, and it kind of over real quick. Dropped dead on the ground.
bye.
Wonderful. And then I guess I'll
Move there. Okay. His turn. He is a mindless creature. He is going to attack regardless of what's around him. He is going to attack Lucky, though. He's going to pressing the attack on that. He's bringing you down. He wants to feast on your bones.
Ow.
And need a Constitution saving throw.
Ew.
Oh yeah, you're good. Resisting the pull, but he does do 12 slashing damage to you.
Ow.
Still up?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I mean, yay!
Thank God.
Why won't you die?
We've been trying so hard.
Annalise, it's your turn. You watch as he reaches out with one of those claws, already covered in Lucky's own gore, continuously just raking claw after claw against it.
2 hands on the saw cleaver,
Got it.
which is
Go
still
for it.
out.
Ooh. Yeah, roll for that damage.
Bitch.
What the fuck? Dice?
All right,
Could
17
be
points
worse.
of damage. You bring the sword up, or you bring the saw cleaver up, and as you do, there's this horrible rending sound as you lift the creature off of the ground, and as you do so, it spills off of the blade. There's a sick slapping sound, and he is dead. He only had 15 hit points left, so
Oh, good.
you got it. So your crit got it. So yeah, there you go.
That was
He's
horrible.
there, quivering.
Annalise is
Just
actually promptly gonna just fall forward on her knees. And
Then vomit. Just
yup.
Oh, jeez.
there is an eerie stillness in this room. Still broken only by the sound of Lucky.
Did you already use your drinking horn?
No, not yet.
Okay.
You don't hear anything else. I need everybody to give me perception checks.
I'm really scared.
Yeah, but Jack, that's just like a constant thing for you anymore, is just to be scared.
I'm just always scared.
It's
Why?
all my fault too. If you think about it, it's all my fault.
Do I need to do a prayer before I fucking play D&D?
I think you need to draw some cards. I mean, how do you have both ends of the spectrum in one roll?
I don't
And a
know.
critical success.
In the sections that
pretty
they
wonderful.
would technically be in for advantage and disadvantage, right?
My great.
Annalise, it is eerily quiet. There are no sounds coming from anywhere that you can tell the entirety of it.
Okay.
Can I?
Lucky, did you want to give us a perception check as well?
Yeah.
You don't have to. It's up to you.
I guess I will.
I don't want to perceive nothing.
The sound
And
of
I
your
won't.
own, I'm okay. Blurtle. You're more
There's a
upset.
hole.
There's vomit on your shirt.
All right.
I am going to chug back 2 uses of my drinking horn.
Okay. You slug back both of them.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on my friend Annalise,
Okay.
level 2.
Nice. You get 13 more. So on top of that, you get 30 points in those two.
Okay. And then I am going to sacrifice one of my hit dice. I'm gonna reach out, put a very bloodied hand on Lucky's face, and I will use my Blood Curse of Transfusion, and you will get 14 back.
You take 12 and you get 14, or how does
No,
that
no, no.
work?
I take 14, and he gets 14.
Oh, wow. There you
I
go.
sacrifice my own vitality to give vitality
To give
back to
him.
my
I don't know
life
why
mate.
you'd bother, but that's fine. Go off, I guess.
All right. This
Because
place
that's who she is.
is a labyrinth of shadows and walls. You're standing, you can see the well or the pit that leads down into the lower catacombs. There is no sounds. There is nothing. The stairwell that leads down through the pit is broken and crumbled, laying in pieces. Where would you like to go from here?
I'm just watching Chief.
Yep.
Probably
Get
killing
it?
I
like a
was
fruit
being
fly.
assaulted by a little bug. Sorry.
How dare you?
It's the
All right.
flies that are gathering around the corpses of the creatures we just killed.
Yes.
Gotta swat them all.
I'm gonna
There's-
go check on Arna.
There's more to this crypt, isn't there?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Something tells me we're not done.
For something that was supposed to be just a simple investigation, I'm feeling a little bit over my head with this.
This is the one, not the last one?
Well, I mean, okay, look.
Because that's
She's like bleeding from her side.
So
No, I mean,
well.
I've been in better situations.
All right, look. One,
Alright.
fuck you, and two,
Well, you know what I think?
we don't have Gillet this time.
There's a small entryway or divide in the wall just below you, heading south, Lucky. The path continues to the center of the room where the pit is, and then to the west you can see there's another wall, and then you see the path going either north or south. It's just, okay, Lucky, as you step through there, it's just a large open area. You can see that it goes kind of around a corner here. And your best guess is that it meets up with the pathway that you saw up here.
What's the plan, guys?
Well,
Do we back out and come back, or do we push forward?
I don't know. It depends on where your health is at.
Well,
I mean, I'm a healthy guy, but I got a few gut wounds.
I am a blood hunter of the finest regard. I can handle anything. Which are gonna be her famous last words.
hold on.
I believe her.
Mhm. So,
Full on believes that with all her heart.
I didn't know that you were the highest regard of blood hunter.
Well,
Lucky, you don't know
I have a family. I have a family legacy to uphold. I say we venture on.
All right, where are you
Besides,
heading?
nothing can be worse than what we just faced.
don't say things like that. Don't you know?
I
I'm
mean,
so
we could have
stressed.
been fighting a white dragon, so.
I don't
Exactly.
even want to
We
hear
could be
the
fighting.
word dragon.
Lucky, that's the way that I went. It leads back to another area.
But there's a hallway over here.
So kind of like appear back,
But
just like
there's
in
a
like
hallway!
this doorway here, Cap.
Yeah, you can see a doorway there. Mhm.
Just for
And just
for the
wait
sake
for
of
Lucky to get there.
can I cast Cure Wounds again, but on
Yeah.
Arnath?
Sure.
Can I cast it at 3rd level?
If you have a 3rd level spell slot, you absolutely can, yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Are you just waiting for Lucky? Lucky, the hall continue down that path if you like, or you I'll look to you.
Thank you.
I'll go this way. Yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
Whoa, hey.
I
Must be some
told
sort
you
of time
the way
loop.
that I went.
You
Don't
know
you
who I
even
am.
time loop, you piece of shit! I'll fucking cut you, man. I don't know.
Alright.
So
time
is
loops.
it time to do the time warp?
Yes.
Again?
Again.
Oh god,
did I
no!
freeze?
Oh my god,
Please
Jack,
don't.
we have to remember that for Wednesday.
Oh god, we will.
Okay.
Well, I'm just going to take a jump
What
to
are you
the
guys
left.
doing? Where are you going? Take a couple steps to the left. There is a
I'm-
door in front of you.
Ooh, door. I tie the handle.
It is actually slightly ajar.
How slightly?
Like just a little bit.
Just a little bit jar.
Yeah, just a slight.
I'm gonna-
slightly-
Slight jar.
Slight charge. Well, that's
like a-
jarring.
like a
I'm
pint
gonna-
jar.
I'm gonna go in here, guys. If it explodes, please save me.
I'll think about it.
This room is full of barrels, some of them empty, some of them on their side. You see sacks of unknown items, a few crates and things like that.
There's nothing in here. Leave me alone for a few minutes. And they shut the door behind me.
That sounds very suspicious. We should go
You
in
hear
there
a,
immediately.
I'll be in here for just a few seconds. Don't open the door. You hear it click as he shuts the door.
What?
I just have to pee.
No. I open the door. I'm gonna try to open the door.
All right, you walk over there to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Cap, can I pick up the White's longsword?
Sure, you can. All right, opening the door. You can step in, move forward.
There we go. What are you doing?
Not looking through this barrel. I was looking through that barrel.
You see empty
What's in the barrel?
barrels. You see, the barrel is stamped with a vineyard name, and it says on there, Bartolon Vineyards, Bartalon, Bartolon Vineyards.
I was having
Okay.
panic
Both of
attacks
them.
thinking you were gonna say the Wizards of Wine.
Literally me! I was like, don't fucking say
Don't
it!
fucking say it!
Don't you do it!
Not here.
Jack and I are having Strahd flashbacks already.
Right. Okay.
Hey, I want to wander down into this room where his name is on the card. Shit. Okay.
No!
It appears to be stoppered. Or the taps that have been hammered in do not appear to have been tampered with. The other two barrels that you see on the far side, they appear to be empty, but they had the same vineyard name, Bartolon Vineyards, stamped into the side of them.
I'll start roaming around the room looking for something that's maybe
Okay.
not empty.
The crates, if you open those up,
Yeah.
they have in there, they've long gone stale and old, but you can see there are crates of what appears to be like wafers or crackers. Like dried breads of some sort. They've long gone stale as you pick them up. They're hard. You could throw one of these things and just bing somebody in the side of the head with it. They would hurt.
New pebbles for Annalise.
The other crate, the crate that you're in front of is the one that has that in it. The one just to the left of it is empty. There's nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna investigate these whatevers. Sacks.
Sacks of old flour that have gone moldy. They're not worth anything.
Ew. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave those alone then. Yeah, this doesn't interest me at all. Bye.
Before I leave, I cast Detect Magic and take
Okay.
one last look around.
None of the barrels seem to sacks seem to be magical at all.
All right. I leave.
Where to? Pathway continues to your north. You see a wall that blocks it off.
How curious.
Very curious. I'm gonna go over around the corner.
You
follow.
come to the outer wall of the catacombs. You can see that it goes straight north.
Okay.
Not being separated from the party again.
No, we would never do that. Is that a door?
It is a door.
I'm gonna kind of stand by the side of the door and reach and try to open it because I don't want to. What if there's ghosts in there? I don't know.
Go, 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 go!
Ghosts.
All right. You try to open it, and it is locked.
That's stupid. Lucky,
Well-
come open this door.
Ooh, what do I get for it?
Nothing.
My favorite.
You don't get slapped in the head. I love it.
You don't get pebbles thrown at you when you're not looking.
I pull out the tools and
You
And I kneel down and-
successfully unlock the door.
child's play.
You got to open
And
it.
you could have done it. I'll leave the opening to you.
Yeah. Okay. I open the door.
My lord!
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh fuck!
I fucking knew it. I fucking
Yeah.
knew it. I felt it in my bones. No! I'm so stressed.
Choose the form of your destructor.
My hand is gone. My God.
It disappears into another dimension, which closes up quickly, and your hand disappears.
Huh. Well,
Totally kidding.
that's a thing.
Doesn't happen.
That might as well happen.
No, I'm not that.
You are, though. I don't know.
But am I?
I think you are.
That's disappointing to hear you say. Okay. Now I need you to give me. Hold on a second here.
God fucking damn it. I opened a door and made a mistake.
You opened a door.
I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
It's not going good for you.
Jack, how could you?
I'll miss you.
All right, let me get some dice out here.
Oh no.
I should have opened the door. I'm so sorry.
How could you do this to me?
You take 6 points of piercing damage as you feel a dart slam in. As you open the door, a dart flies out of the hinged area, and slams into your side. You take 6 points of piercing damage, but then you feel the poison.
Oh fuck!
You take 6 points of poison damage,
Oh, it's not so bad.
and you are now poisoned for 1 hour.
This is the worst
You have
place
disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
ever. Anybody have any cure for poison? I will fucking kill you. See that pit over there? You're going in there.
I
as
can
we make
fly.
our way out. Not if you're dead first.
Can you? But can you?
But can you
Go
though?
fart. And farts
All right.
can fly.
Sure, you can turn into a gaseous form. All right, so you open the door, and would you like to step into the room now?
I'll like shove Lucky in front of me instead.
Oh, okay. I guess
You
you're
step into
promoting
the
me to
room,
king.
and
Absolutely not.
I said my liege when I offered someone to walk in, and I'm going in first, so that makes me the liege. Bye.
you see more barrels stacked in the back, 4 rather large pots with the lids on them, a chest, a large box, and a slightly smaller box.
I cast detect magic.
None of the items that you see glow.
My liege.
I hate you.
Yinfair, I think he's talking to you.
What? What do you want?
Open the boxes. What's
All right.
go wrong?
What are you doing first?
Can I investigate them first?
Yes, you may. Are you looking for traps?
Yes.
Give me perception checks, please.
I can just hear the pain in Jack's voice.
This chest does not appear trapped.
Can I also check the chest? Alright, don't fail me. Don't fail me. I've been failed.
This chest does not appear trapped.
Alright, I'm gonna open it.
All right, you open it up, and inside is a collection of very, very fine robes. They have beautiful beadwork done in there, which forms a pattern of like on the back of it, the morning sun cresting over the mountains. You see, as you pull the front of it together, it's a beautiful lion's head with the mane going up the shoulder. It's a beautifully well done piece. It's made out of tiny beads. Each piece of it made out of tiny beads. It's beautifully ornate. There's that one, and then there's also a set of fine, like loose breeches or pants that are made out of some sort of very like not velour, but like velvet or something like that, and a nice shirt that accompanies it. It seems to be tailored for someone a bit slender, a bit on the slender side. Basically, I don't think Arneth's broad shoulders fit it. It would have to be either one of the human or one of the elves.
One of the mini twinks here.
Hey.
Oh, your words, not mine. All right, that's what's in the chest.
Do you think those are cursed?
Knowing my luck.
I don't think they're yours.
Well, they can be if they're not cursed.
No. Can't just take everything that we find.
Why not? We're risking our lives.
Because you're desecrating a grave.
We could just say the zombies took them.
They're not gonna miss them. They're dead.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's not the fact that they're
Are you checking the boxes?
Yeah, I'm checking.
Okay, what do you want to check first? The pots or the barrels?
The pots. But wait. I'm gonna investigate them.
Perception.
Again.
That's how much damage you take.
These pots aren't trapped either, Link.
All right. I draw my sword and I whack at them.
No, the pots aren't trapped there. The lids are on them. As you look at them, you can see that they are sealed. They've got wax around the opening. The lid's been put down, and then they've had wax coat them so that they're sealed. As you kind of pick one up and handle it, you hear sloshing inside of it.
Curious.
Curious.
I'm gonna take. How big are they?
I mean, they're pretty big. Like, have you ever seen a ceramic pot used to make like sauerkraut in? They're big. They're like that.
Okay.
Made out of like terracotta or clay. They're pretty heavy. Just give me an intelligence check. Just general intelligence.
I fail instantly.
As a bard, I would hope not.
You've seen something like this stored, keeping it in a cool, dry place because you don't want to have it around, too much warmth. Sealed until used. It's probably lamp oil.
Okay.
Not uncommon to see it stored that way. A big jar of it like that, and you throw it at something.
Right.
3 more of those Bartolon Vineyard barrels are in.
Mm-hmm.
This one seems to have, like, the other ones had just a date on them. This one seems to have a name and a date. So it says Bartolon Vineyards.
Okay.
And it says Ruby Joy. And then the date. And the date's probably about 20 years old this time. Point in time.
Okay.
So you get the idea, not being a sommelier or too much of a wine connoisseur. Maybe you are, I don't know. But they're probably a nicer vintage or like one of their premier stock.
Okay.
This is the good shit.
The good shit.
This is the good. All right.
Nice.
You have those 2 boxes.
Well, I guess I'll go investigate the rest of the stuff.
Okay.
We're all just standing in a line watching him. That's right, you search.
And lightning bolt. No, I'm just kidding. Neither of the boxes are trapped. There's nothing on them.
Okay, I'm gonna open it.
Okay.
Yeah, you open that box.
You see inside of there these gold, it looks like gold dishes. Maybe it's bronze. It's kind of hard to tell, or brass. But you see they're shallow plates, like an offering plate. and there's about 8. They're stacked up. Did you open the larger box, the smaller box?
I'll start with the smaller one first.
Okay, that's what's in the smaller box. Are offering. There's about 10 of them. They're stacked up in there.
Okay. Then I'll check the larger one.
All right. As you open the larger box, you see in there, it's got smaller boxes inside. It's segmented into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Within them, you see goblets made out of metal. Doesn't seem to be real expensive. Like they're silver. As you kind of take a look at them and clack them and see, there are 18 of them total. These silver goblets with a little bit of gold edging around the outside of it. They're not deep. They're wide and shallow.
Okay. Wow.
Gonna steal all the cups. Walk out.
Just clang, clang,
Come on,
clang.
Brother Ferris.
There was nothing of use down there.
All right, and that's what you find in here.
Nothing I'm interested in. But lucky, they have cups. Wow, your favorite.
I actually don't like cups. That's a common misconception.
Among your kind.
Anywhere else you'd like to investigate?
I'm done in this room.
Before we leave, I cast Detect Magic. Psh.
You activate your Sharingan?
The really beautiful robe that's beaded glows faintly.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those robes actually.
Hey guys.
Uh-huh.
I have to go
Leave
pee.
it.
Could you all just leave the
Leave
room?
it.
I really have to pee though.
Can I
You're
grab
not going to.
just
Oh my god, we
I'm
are
out.
in a crypt.
I'm gonna pee in the crypt, right? That's what
Don't
people
pee
do.
in a crypt, you fucking... Ugh.
Oh, it's magic. It does something. Can we just figure out what it does before we leave?
No, leave it.
Doesn't matter.
What if it resurrects Gillet next time he dies?
Don't you dare!
Jesus. All right, are you
Come
doing
on, Annalise.
robe,
Are you saying
leaving
you
it or
want
taking it?
Gillet to die?
Annalise is gonna go back into the room, stare at Lucky, cross her arms, and say, "Which item was it?"
The rope.
Walk over, grab the robe, stuff it in her bag, and walk back out.
Okay.
How could you let him manipulate you like...
She's just gonna look at Arnath and say, "I don't know."
Guys, stop arguing. You're tearing this group apart.
Oh my
All right.
god, Lucky, shut
Where are
up.
you heading out from here? I can tell you right now, that's the last of the rooms to invest.
Okay.
There's that big mysterious hole.
No, you know the hole goes down to the older crypts, the catacombs.
Okay.
They built this one, and this was the area there. There's no way for you to descend without a rope, and you're not sure how far it goes.
I could turn into a fart.
That
True.
is
I
disgusting.
mean, go for it. It will be your true form anyway.
Oh,
All right. Are you heading back up, or are you going to investigate?
you want to take one last look around?
Sure, why not? Might as well.
Arnath, is there something that you would like to take a look at, just to make sure that we're safe before we head back up?
I don't.
Well, you're
I
the
don't know.
you're the tracker. I would assume that you're more equipped to make sure that there's no beasts left down here. In conjunction with myself, of course.
Okay.
I don't know. Is there anything that I have for that? Well, most I have is like portal lore, and I doubt there are any portals down here.
You never know.
Yeah,
Who knows?
there is.
Lord knows, maybe there is a portal down here.
Oh god, I hope not.
Oh,
Hilarious.
Portal down in there. That'd be funny. I should do that. Hang on. I'm writing it up. All right, where are you going? We have a few minutes left. Set it up. You going back up or you going down in the hole?
Let's take 10 minutes, walk around, and then go up. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You spend 10 minutes walking around, exploring it. Again, it's dizzying. It's a maze. But you realize that it's basically the walls are put at this weird positions to kind of what maybe supported something at one time. But at the current moment, it doesn't seem to be anything else in here. Those 4 rooms are in the corner of the building. You've investigated all 4 of those. And there's nothing else in here. No other creepy crawlies. You don't hear anything or something. Spending 10 minutes doing the buddy system, holding hands. All right. Now, having thoroughly investigated the room, are you wanting to go back up? Or are you wanting to go down into the...
I think we saved the hole for another day.
Okay.
When we're not so fucked.
Everybody good with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm okay with that.
You mount the stairs and you crawl back up to the top. Lucky there's a moment where your heart stops and you think, God, what if you lock the door behind us? But you try the door and it swings open.
I mean, if we lock the door, I would just bust it right down.
Just rip the door right off and put it...
Sitting on a pew within view of the door that leads down, sipping a cup of tea, is that same hairless cat, broad ears set underneath a big hat. Hello.
Meow.
I see you've made it up. That's good. Did you find anything down?
Well, some gas.
Some
white.
Gas and a white.
Yeah.
Oh. Did they not bless the lands when they will have to go down and take another blessing?
Yeah, maybe it wore off.
Yeah.
Maybe you weren't religious enough.
No, we consecrate the ground. But I'll do that with some help, of course. He says, let me see your contract. I'll sign off on it. Whose contract was it?
Was mine.
Oh. Annalise, he takes the contract, signs off, hands it to you. He says, I want to thank you for your time and all that you've done. You take good care of yourselves. If you need anything in the way of clerical assistance, I hope you know that we here at the Temple of Saedrit will be happy to help the way that we can. And it gives you that smile where it turns up again. I love the look on your face. It's just creepy, isn't it?
I don't like
All
hairless
right.
cats.
You're evil.
You
No,
monster.
Hairless cats look weird. I'm sorry.
You return to the Adventurers Guild, having done the job. Hand over the contract. It over. Sees the signature. Seals it. Stamps it. Deposits it. Gives you your marks.
Yeah.
Congratulations! All of your side quests for current completed.
We did
The
it.
job board is available. And as you look at the job board, you see one piece of paper.
Ooh.
Idly just sitting there. Tacked in
Looks
one
for a
corner.
white dragon.
There, kind of forlornly.
I'll walk up and take a look.
The
Activated
thing,
by
the
track
thing that
card.
strikes you is the name of the town. Adalar.
Hmm.
Again?
They're looking for help. And with contract in hand saying, hey, that's where we'll close tonight's session. I want to thank everybody who has stuck in with us. We really appreciate it. I always want to thank Maddie playing Annalise, Jack, who is playing Yenfir, Chief playing Arneth, Lucky, who played by Ryan, and unfortunately Steve, who could not be with us this week, plays Gillett. Gillett is currently recuperating at the Silken Sash after his harrowing adventure being dead. That being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you again next Monday if this is what you are watching. However, we encourage you on Wednesday night, starting at 5 p.m. Central Time until 8 p.m. Central. We play Alone. You really want to have maximum rust. You should come and watch. We're into episode 3. And so far, the tenseness is palpable. You can cut it with a knife.
Yeah.
I love every second of it. So that is on Wednesday nights from 8. If you are in Huntsville and you'd like to stop by and play with me, I'm here on Mondays. But we also have D&D Adventure League on Sundays. And we have Adventure Nights. You can purchase a ticket for adventure and a dinner. Dinner and an adventure. It's better than a movie because you star in it. This week, we're playing Pugmire.
Pugmire.
The Hind Leg home, one of the famous manors in the area, has been dormant for many generations. That is, until recently. The 14th Earl of Barkington would like to restore the home to its former glory. However, he is looking for adventurers to clear out the denizens that have taken residence there. Any good dog who is willing to take up the call and the mantle. Remember the code of man. Always be a good dog. We're playing Pugmire on Friday. Game starts at 6 o'clock. Tickets are on sale now. You can purchase those up until Wednesday night. And again, that is here at Lucky Dice Cafe, where I am broadcasting from every Monday. Anything else that we want to announce? I know, Maddie, you've got a couple things coming up.
Still gotta get in touch with 401 Games about hosting something the end of the month in August. And then Fan Expo, which is the long weekend in end of August, beginning of September.
Excellent. All right. Well, until next Monday, or until Wednesday, actually, for some of you. Love you guys. Thank you very much for joining. I did want to give a shout out, a thank you to one of our new subscribers, Bubba Y, if I'm not mistaken, that is the name. Yeah, Bubba Y1. Thank you very much for the subscription. We really, really appreciate it. You guys find people and follow us. We do giveaways. And matter of fact, in our the 25th episode, which is 4 episodes away. This is the 21st. 22nd, 23rd, 24th. On the 20th episode, we are going to be doing a game giveaway. My artist break. They've been pumping out some great stuff. You should check that out. We are here to help out. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. And next time, remember to always roar for initiative. Good night, everyone.